All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the POS podcast. It's episode 153. And there's a couple of big things we're going to talk about today. Um, but before we do, welcome everybody. Jordan's back again.
Yeah, I know. I'm always here.
Again? Again with the jokes?
Always. Do you know how rare it is for a paleo to ever say Jordan? It's just like Vegeta.
Yeah, because I
Goku.
always call Jax.
Yeah, it's like Vegeta calling Goku like Goku. Yeah,
Instead of Kakarot.
Yeah, because he's instead of Kakarot, it's just like that's weird.
Well, I'm glad to be here, and I'm sure Jax is also glad to be here.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up to the past couple weeks?
What's it to you? Why are you always asking about our business? What the fuck you been up to?
Yeah, how's your business?
Yeah.
Well,
How was your week?
I did stuff with
How
you
was
this
your
week.
week?
Like I literally did a stream with you.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
That's why I want you to talk about it.
Yeah. Or last week, I guess. Yeah, last Monday we did like a stream of our like top 25 favorite cartoons and anime.
Yeah.
It was like a 3-hour stream. It was fun.
It was fun. Yeah, we did. We talked about a bunch of stuff, and it was cool. And Paleo tried to troll me with those fucking reboots and shit during it, but it was fun. It was fun. It was good. It was good times.
It was like, oh, were your favorite shows like Teen Titans Go? I didn't know.
Yeah, when it was Teen Titans, you get it right. Oh, you like Powerpuff Girls? I didn't know you liked the 2016 reboot. Fuck you. Like that,
yeah, that CW reboot.
The CW reboot. See, that'd be an improvement. Fuck what they're saying. Comedic purposes.
But yeah, and we also did a stream reacting to the Nintendo Direct. Both are on this channel, which is, I guess, basically the live stream channel now. Yeah, Hero, you were there for that, and Saber was there for a little bit.
Yeah, Laura and I watched the entire stream.
You did? Yeah. What was your reaction to the Mario stuff? I mean, we'll talk about that later, but I know you're away when we were reacting to the Mario like voice cast.
I'm sorry to reiterate. I'm sorry. Laura and I watched your movie stream with Jax. To the
Thanks,
we
care.
we were talking about the Nintendo Direct.
I'm talking about no,
because I was saying Saber, you were there.
We're talking about this now.
Yeah,
We're talking about this now. I need people to talk about me. That's good. That's nice.
but yeah, we'll be talking about that near the end of the topics. But Saber, what about you? I know you and Tom have been working a lot on the gaming channel.
Yeah, just got a lot of projects currently working on and trying to just be better about getting things on my schedule completed and following through. That's just really it. Doing work.
Yeah, that's right. Good shit.
Jordan, what about you?
Which Jordan?
Yeah, Jordan Friend.
Yeah, Kakarot. Kakarot.
Like I'm never gonna call Jax Jordan
again. He hasn't called me since 2012. It's like so rare.
Yeah, bringing back 2012 vibes. Yeah. Just a busy week with work and working on some videos that are coming up. I have a rebrand, like a channel like designed for like my logo and character and all that stuff at the end of this week. So I've just been prepping a lot of stuff for that.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah,
and Hero, you're back after a little bit of a hiatus on the podcast.
Yep, only for this week.
Yeah,
and then I'm back onto work until maybe the end of December. Yay! But yeah, isn't that great? We watched the Pony movie.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Tokyo Game Show at the end of this week. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah,
for
that's
King of Fighters 15 news. Yep, and maybe some Final Fantasy 16 news as well. Other than that, bro, I have been just doing it's legit like it is 2011 again. I have just been looking at Pony.
Yeah. like the past 3 days, like the songs have been stuck in my head.
Some of my followers have been messaging me that like their fucking what is it? Their recommendeds are now full of horses, even though they don't watch horses. Like, what the fuck have you done to my feet? Yeah, it's like, that's you get.
What were you saying, Saber?
Of all the names to call it, right? Final
Fantasy 16. I know, right? Like, I was actually just talking to my college friends earlier today, and we're like, no game series has reached like the 20 number, right? Like, there's spin-offs and stuff, and probably like games have reached up to 20 in their franchise, but none of them have called them 20 yet, right? Like, no.
What about Madden 20?
I mean, there's Madden 99. What do you want? Like,
Sports don't count.
You're right.
Yeah. Ever.
All right. I guess we'll go into topics.
Well, what about me? You didn't ask what I did.
Well, you were the first to speak up, so I was assuming.
No. I have been prepping for my month of Halloween 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Season 6, bitches. Tune in. It's going to be fun. I got a bunch of stuff planned for it. It's going to be good, especially with Michael and Carnage coming out. So, yeah. That's what I've been working.
Cool.
All
right. So, we'll go on to topics. Before we do, you can ask questions for the second part of the show, either by using a super chat or asking us on Twitter with our Twitter handles there. So let's go ahead and start off with a direct-to-video movie that came out, a very interesting one, which was the crossover of Scooby-Doo and Courage the Cowardly Dog. Which,
should have played that fucking song in the movie. Yeah,
I mean, not wrong.
Yeah.
But okay, that should have been in just replacement of the whole Eustace rap scene.
Right. Yes. No. Yeah. Exactly. That the rap is my literally only issue with this movie.
Yeah.
But literally the only
it comes out of nowhere. Like not no pun intended. Like literally, it just
straight out of nowhere.
Straight out of nowhere. Is
Courage rapping? That would have been funnier.
Is that why like they had a rap scene, because like it's a pun on like Straight Outta Compton? Like, it's just straight out of nowhere.
Because I was like, why did they use that? Because that reminds me of Straight Outta Compton, and I was like, okay, that the wording and how it's spelled. But then, of course, when there's a song called Straight Outta and it's a rap song, I'm like, they literally probably watched the movie and said, you know what? You should do that with Courage.
Yeah.
That's the property that fits it.
Right.
For some reason.
That was literally the only thing I had issue with that movie. Like, I mean, honestly, there were other stuff, but like, I would say that movie, the way I watched it, I just watched it and I was like, this is surprisingly wholesome. Like, this is nice hearing Thea White. This is nice seeing Courage finally meet Scooby after all those freaking times in the 90s and early 2000s where it's like, why don't they have a crossover yet? They're only talking to each other on Cartoon Fridays, whatever the fuck it is. And so it's just like, I want to see this. And so I enjoyed it. The only thing, I mentioned this to Paleo too when we were talking about it, was like, okay, so I know Courage is shit like that all the time, and it makes sense. But like, Courage is Scooby's a dog, so shouldn't he like understand Courage? Like, oh yeah, dude. Like, because I know like he talks to other animals in the show, and then he like, and then sometimes he'll like do like, I talk sometimes and shit like that. But I was just like, wouldn't he like have more of a conversation? But besides that, I thought it worked. I thought it worked pretty well. I just like seeing their dynamic. I really like seeing Muriel. Every time Muriel was on stream, my heart was like, oh,
they made her the heart of the film. And it's really wholesome that was the story and how important they made her, especially, her, passing away right before.
Right.
And, I do also think it was the right avenue, since Scooby-Doo movies, especially as of the last like decade minimum, have been like, it's the Scooby-Doo characters featuring whoever else we bring in. Right. And it was smart of them, rather than making a Scooby-Doo episode featuring Courage characters and making it a literal Courage the Cowardly Dog movie with the Scooby-Doo characters. It just felt like that ending episode of Courage that we never had. Like, it really just emphasized what Courage was, who he was, and why Nowhere is why it is,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was nice. Nice. Wholesome film. Definitely recommend checking it out, people, if you haven't seen it already.
Yeah, Saber, what did you think of it?
1 second. Old man Saber's going to his rocker.
Would you like sub 35?
Not getting out of this chair.
Ever. My God.
I'm old now, Frodo.
Like a speedrun, right? I don't know why I said sub.
You're sub 35? Nice.
35 subs and I'll show my nipples. All right.
Everybody, quick!
You heard the
Get let's get 35 members.
No. On my OnlyFans. I thought
only savers.
I think Scooby-Doo is one of the most bizarre franchises ever created because, like, it's an evergreen. It stays alive, and you can have your peaks and valleys, but it keeps going. And I would consider this one not like a massive peak, but it's like it was enjoyable. It was cool to be able to be like, okay, wow, this was actually, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for?
Competent?
Not competent. When something is like it's satisfaction. There's another word.
Satisfactory.
I'm completely derailing my thoughts, but I was content. There we go. I was content with it, where it didn't blow my mind, but it was fun to watch, and I think they got it right with the Courage stuff and the Scooby stuff. I do like that Courage has enough substance to carry the film, because it felt like Scooby was more of like along for the ride, if anything.
Right.
And yeah, overall it was a fine film. And I think it was a good send off. It was one of those concepts where it's like, oh wow, this actually works. Like, and I said in my review, well, like Scooby and John Cena, get the fuck out of here. But like Scooby and Courage, oh yeah, that makes sense. Let's go.
Yeah, I do wonder what the movie would have been like though if John R. Dilworth actually like worked on it. Because and also the creator of Billy and Mandy also talked about it.
Maxwell Adams.
Yeah. He was like approached about like, hey, weren't you approached to like direct this? And he said like, oh yeah, but I saw that John R. Dilworth wasn't on it, and like so I denied. So it would have been interesting to see what Maxwell Adams would have made compared to what we got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the movie's fine though. Like it's like a good like romp. I think I like it better than the Scoob movie that came out last year. So
Oh,
that.
fuck that
Yeah.
movie. That was
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah,
Fuck that shit. I hated that movie.
That was
Oh,
less of a
my
Scooby-Doo movie than this was a Scooby-Doo movie.
Right?
So,
Yeah. That shit
Yeah.
was ass, man.
Yeah, how insulting for the Scoob film to be like, wow, look at our characters who are built on these voice actors for their iconic roles
For
and
like the
their
past
great
2 decades.
performances.
Yeah.
Let's add famous actors to like voice them because that's what people want.
And here's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, here's Mark. And let's me dust off his vinyl. Okay, Simon Cowell, let's play it.
Mhm.
Everyone at the studio making that film. So you know how like the Lego movie and all these other movies are taking all these other franchises and putting them into other franchises? Yes. Okay, let's take that with Scooby-Doo and reference everything we've ever done. And that was the movie.
My God, we got a movie.
Oh my god.
All right. Next thing, let's talk about Star Wars Visions. It
Ooh,
came out
I just
on
finished
Wednesday.
that today.
Yeah, me too.
I regret making a video about it.
Oh no, I saw that on my newsfeed. I haven't watched it yet because I wanted to finish it. But did you get like ripped apart?
No, I love the video I made, but I learned quickly that since I'm not an anime channel or a Star Wars channel, it's not what people are here for.
Yeah,
and
that's why
there's-
I was like debating like, should I make a video on this? Probably not.
It's I mean, like I got some comments here and there, but it is the worst performing video I've ever made on the channel. And
Yeah, there's a big divide in like Western animation and anime. As far as like the audiences on YouTube.
They let me know.
They don't overlap that much, really.
They don't really overlap that
No.
much.
No, they don't.
Interesting.
No,
No, people-
there's like a whole...
You go to a kid watching, cartoons on TV. He's like, do you want to watch SpongeBob or JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? And they're like, I want to watch Funny Sponge. That's what I want to watch.
When they give up on life, they'll watch anime.
Yeah, when they get into when they're like late teens and they're just angry at the world, they're gonna be like, "Whoa, what anime?"
Yeah.
But Visions, I liked it. It has its highs and lows. I think some people overly are too critical on what it is, especially because it's not canon.
Right.
Like I like that we're seeing these other stories and what they lead into. The first story, The Duel, actually has a book coming out in October that follows more of that story, which is cool. But some of them are really short. Some of them are really weird.
Yeah, some of them are odd.
They're odd, but it's weird because I feel like the one I like is like the least liked one, but I liked it because it was so weird, and that was the Tatooine Rhapsody. I was like, this is literally such a quick,
I really like the style of
little
that one.
story. It looked beautiful. I like the music. People were complaining about the singer's voice, whatever.
Yeah.
But I just
Was
seeing
that episode 2?
That's episode 2.
Yeah.
I've heard so many critics just be like, fuck that episode.
I just love, dude, the fact that we have a cartoon, an official cartoon where Boba Fett and Jabba the Hutt are jamming out and tapping feet, like that to me was worth watching. That
was a good
I enjoyed it. It was a quick watch.
Yeah, I do have like a bit of a criticism with mainly the dialogue and the English dub. Because I did watch the English dub. I'll probably go back and like watch the Japanese.
Japanese. I watched the Japanese one.
Yeah, there's a Japanese sub to it.
I had no idea. I thought it was just like one of those.
You have to go and put it in the other language. There's just no like.
Yeah, because like that's probably why like some people weren't like really jiving with the music in episode 2 because like there's like an English dub version and then the Japanese version. Which probably sounds better. Yeah.
It does. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Because I know I watched it all on I think like literally a day after Ponies because I was just like I want to watch something. Yeah. And I started marathoning it. The first episode I was like, oh, this is interesting. Second episode I was just like, it's okay. I like the design of it though. Third episode, which one was the third episode? What was the third episode?
The Twins? Was the Twins 3?
I think so.
Oh, Twins. That shit was just fucking too insane. It was just like...
Well, it's Studio Trigger, of course.
Yeah, I know, Trigger. I know, but like Trigger was like...
it was like... Trigger's like, oh shit, we're already in space. We got to do something.
Yeah. That one had the best vivid colors, though. The Twins had such like the reds and blues were like beautiful.
That was insane. I like the second Trigger episode more with the old dude. Or like, what was the second Trigger? Yeah, I think
they did the Elder as well.
Yeah, I think there was Trigger did 2 of them because I remember seeing it, but I like that one more.
I like the tactics in the fight in that one rather than it just being like a really flashy. It was very tactically fighting.
It was like
the first one was flashy.
Yeah. The first one literally reminded me of that Dragon Ball Super Heroes show where they just like throw like it makes no sense. It was like, oh, by the way, freaking Cooler came back and now you can turn gold, and then Frieza is now like got like 20 different forms that you didn't know about, but blah blah blah, and now Cell's coming, and it's just like, what the fuck? I need calm down for a second, sit down. What's going on? It's just like a kid throwing shit at the wall. I mean, it was hype. Don't get me wrong, it was hype, but it was just like I need to be built into it. It was hype though. But yeah, for overall, most of the series, I think it gradually got better. I think my favorite one was the one with the lightsaber maker, where it was like, oh
yeah, that was a good one.
That one is the most viable one, where it built up a story that I'm like, yes, I want to continue where this is going. My only problem is the way they reveal. I won't spoil it, but they reveal a twist. I rather it was a game of Clue leading up to that moment rather than just like all of a sudden like here's your answer, because that would have been more fun being like, okay, what's going on here, than just like, oh, okay. Great story, great animation, and you because the guy who did that one worked on Kiki's Delivery Service, and you could clearly see the homage to that.
It's funny because like the character Kara is voiced by Kamiko Glenn, which has been in a ton of stuff this year.
Yeah, she has this whole thing.
List.
Yeah. That was so fucking like good. Like I honestly like that episode. I was really kind of mad when I went to the next one because I was just like, I want more of this one. No, can you like give me more of this specifically? Like that was really good. But going on, I'd say like I thought overall the show was like, it's fun. Okay, like it's a fun show. Like if you're a Star Wars fan, check it out. There are some things where it's very much like because I know Martin from Double Toasted brought this up for the first episode where it was like that whole thing with Umbrella. It's cool, but it felt very much more like they already had that made and they were like, oh fuck, there's a Star Wars thing. We need to get in on it. Hey, just turn that dude's sword into a lightsaber. And then add some weird creatures. Like this is just a samurai thing, and we're just gonna literally just turn that shit into a lightsaber. That's it. Like that's all you gotta do. And I was like, oh fuck, you're kind of right, because that first one, like, it just felt like that. But
there's definitely like out of like every Star Wars thing, there's like the most obvious like Japanese like part of like Star Wars because it's from Japanese studios. But the thing is, like, Star Wars was like always influenced by like like Japanese movies and stuff.
No, it is exactly.
And I
Yeah.
made that in my review. I'm like, it came full circle here in a lot of the
Yeah.
homages to little
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, the
and I
Kurosawa.
was like, it's cool to see, that the Kurosawa influences and Lone Wolf and Cub. Like, there's so many little things in there that
Mhm.
relate back to it. And I like the first one. Like, I also the visuals in that one, where it was that like pseudo 3D look when everything moves around, but it's meant to look flat when it's not moving, and it has like the the 3D models in it.
Right.
Because that was Kamikaze Dugga, I think. I don't know how to pronounce their actual studio name, but they worked on like some intros for like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure cinematics.
Oh,
for
that
the,
makes sense.
So like it
Yeah.
had that like similar style to it, but I really liked starting off with that black and white, but very little color look. Like here's some reds and some blues on the things that are important to emphasize it. But that story, I actually really do want to read wherever that book takes it, because I like the Ronin character in a Star Wars universe. I think that seems pretty interesting. Who is, again, without spoiling, has an interesting past. By the end of the episode, you learn some things. I'm like, that's okay, that's cool. I want to see where that goes.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Toby is going to divide a lot of people, or 2B1.
I like that one,
TOBO1.
because like I just really love the
Astro
style
Boy,
of it. Yeah, Astro
it
Boy.
looked-
Yeah.
It had that mix of Pinocchio, Astro Boy feeling, the Disney influence, the Japanese influence, and then I think La Pinocho is kind of divided by some people.
Yeah, that I guess like for the story and stuff, but I love the way it looks. That rabbit girl's
I think
cute.
Of course you would with a fucking furry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I think visually that one, I'm like, I would definitely want more. Like if these were test pitches to like, hey, what shows would you want from us? Here's a couple of like ideas. I would definitely put a vote on that one. I think the family aspect of it, that would be pretty cool to see.
One thing I am very glad about this little miniseries is that there's this whole thing about people who say like, oh yeah, all anime looks the same. Is like clearly it doesn't if you watch this. Like
Right.
because like every studio has like its own like distinct style. But one of my like only criticisms about the series is like some of the dialogue in the English dub, where I feel like they're relying too much on like calling back to different phrases and stuff. Where like I swear, yeah, I swear they said that I have a bad feeling about this like half of the episodes.
No, it's fine when it's in the context of like the actual films that are 2 hours long and come out years apart. It's like, I get the reference, but every episode with them being between 12 and 20 minutes, it was so often you're just like, okay, did you all like not get with each other and know that you're saying the same things here?
Yeah,
it was very very.
Like I don't know if the dialogue's like different in the Japanese dub, so I'll have to check that out.
Got a bad feeling.
Because like sometimes dialogue is like vastly different depending on like the translation.
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about their translation. So
yeah, they might just put the English like subtitles like for the Japanese dub. So
exactly. Yeah. Star Wars Clone Wars 2003. Watch that. Y'all need to watch that instead. Not instead, but watch it. Yeah, that's great.
Saber, what did you think of it?
You going to go run?
He went to go walk Lame. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Well, guys, let me tell you, it's interesting. Blah, blah, blah.
But yeah, do you think they'll make more of these?
50-50. I think I want to see another like a series, like a season 2 where it brings in more studios and they do more stories and play around with it a little more. Like you could like if it's not canon, play around with Otter stories. Do the Old Republic, like do more interesting than this. Just all still felt a little too close. With still trying to be different,
right? Because like I think like almost every episode was like, oh yeah, focusing on Jedi and Sith, except for the second episode with the band.
Right.
Yeah.
But it really depends on reception, all that stuff, because I don't know. It's kind of like a bloodbath. I feel like on Twitter, anyone talking about it, and YouTube, I haven't really seen. I've seen mixed opinions, not like glowing opinions. I don't really know. I'm sure this looked costly for Disney's end, so I don't know if they would invest in more of this if it doesn't have like a guaranteed continuing viewer base. So
right.
But I would like to see more. I thought it was a cool idea. Like, to me, out of the Disney era, this was the most interesting and exciting thing they've done yet. I'm like, okay, that's unique. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's different. You know, tell me more stories like this. Do more interesting things like this. So I'd be down for a series 2, even if it takes like another 2 years to work on it. Fine. You know, I'll take a series 2.
Right.
Love, Death, and Robots. Love, Death, and Droids. There you go.
Love, Death, and
That's
Droids.
what
Yeah.
I love Death and Droids.
All right. Let's go to the next topic, which is the big topic, a very big topic. The Pony movie.
Well, you
Pony,
guys
the
talk
new
about
generation.
bullshit. All right,
Jax,
Never
come back
heard
here.
of it.
I got a phone call.
fuck you. Fuck.
Oh, yeah. So My Little Pony: A New Generation came out on Netflix on Friday. It
Were
has
there
been...
ponies in it?
Yes, there were ponies.
No.
Nice. I knew it.
And it surprised a lot of people. Like not just like within like the fandom and everything, but like also like outsiders and people who were just like regular movie
Outsiders.
reviewers. Yeah, outsiders. Yes.
Exciting.
You can't sit with us.
It's like you know what it is. He just gave me a flashback of those fucking girls from Craig of the Creek, the horse girls, like
Right?
You can't meet with us.
but yeah, because like I think currently it still has a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes because it only still has like 7
Still only has
reviews.
those 7 reviews.
Yeah.
It only has 7 reviews from actual critics.
Paleo on 7 different accounts.
Yeah. This show, I think Izzy is the best pony ever, and let me explain why.
That's how I
She's
do
voiced
this. Killed it.
She's voiced by Kimiko Glenn, who is everyone's apparently favorite
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, Kimiko
mine
Glenn is
included.
like the best voice actor right now. So
Yeah, you would watch it before I got up to watch it.
yeah, because I woke up early. I was like, oh, I better like watch it now.
Before
Same.
spoilers, because
Yeah.
the way that you use the internet means that if you log into anything, you will immediately be spoiled. Your bank account spoiled on ponies. But yeah, we and Jax had also watched it before you, and we before all 3 of us watched it with Saber as well. But yeah, while we were watching it, while Saber and mine's first time watching it, I was like, "No, this is pretty good." Like the first song came on, I'm like, they watched ponies and they took Daniel. They were like, this is the style that people like, this Daniel Ingram style.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna make our first song like unapologetically that, and that's cool in its own way. Like I appreciate that.
Fucking
That song is really catchy, and I listen to it a lot, but not nearly as much as the other one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That song, I have burned. I think like I walked like 20,000 steps to that fucking song yesterday, the first one. And then like today I burned like 700 calories. I'm like, in 2 weeks my abs are gonna be so fucking shredded thanks to that first fucking song. I love that song. It's so hype.
Right. So spoilers or no spoilers?
We'll go into spoilers in a little bit. I wanted to
no spoilers now.
say like because like after I first watched the movie, I was like, oh yeah, that was good. I like the songs okay, and then like a couple hours pass. And then I started humming them. I was like, "Oh shit!" Because like the same thing happened to me when I first saw Moana, where I liked Moana. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was good." And then I listened to the soundtrack on repeat for like 3 days straight. And like I did the same thing with this. So yeah, I do really enjoy the music from the movie. The animation. Surprisingly, really good. For an animation studio that is not Pixar or not DreamWorks. It's yeah.
Those are the only 2. No more. No other countries.
Yeah, because this is from Boulder Media, who is based in Ireland.
Good old Tom.
Yeah, which I think this is their first feature-length thing.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was that like Sonia was holding up at the beginning of the movie, but she was like holding up something, and it like zoomed in on the object, but in doing so, it also like you could see her clothes like really close up, and the detail. I was just like, geez, man, who are these people again? Like the details are immaculate. Like honestly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, exactly. They look fucking phenomenal. Like whenever you see like the designs, like every time I was like looking at the movie, like with these guys, I was just like, wow, I really love like how much the eyes are like full of expression. I love the way the hooves look. I love the grass. I love the sky. I love the way
The grass is very pretty too.
Yeah, the way they're moving, the way they're going through stuff. Like I was just really happy. I was really digging the vibe. Like they look like svelte or something. I don't know how to explain their skin. Like it looked nice. It looked like, oh, that look fits. It fits this universe for whatever it was going with.
It looks like the fur looks like the surface of a tennis ball.
Yes, that's a good way to put it. Because I know when I was watching it the first time, and then like this, I think it was like the first time I thought I was the same as Paleo. I was just like, that was fun. Right. Then I watched it with y'all, and I was just like, this is pretty good. I'm noticing some stuff. And then like I don't know, like I was just like getting really into it. And then like I had this like test with a movie. Like I don't know I don't know if this happens to me or other people as well, but like when I'm watching a movie and I'm enjoying it, it's just like I will notice myself just progressively get more and more like, oh yeah, this is good. I'm getting happy. I'm getting happier. But like if I'm not enjoying a movie or a movie is like mid to me, I start getting like really like thirsty for some reason. Like I get dry in the throat. Like I'm just like I'm getting bored. Like my throat's getting dry. I don't know why. It's weird.
Based on your saliva is how we know how good or bad
because like if I'm watching a movie, right? Like, I do not know. This happens every fucking time, though. I swear to God, I do not know how to explain it. But like if I'm watching a movie and it's really good, I'm just like, yeah, this is good. I'm having a good time. I'm enjoying it. But if like I'm watching a movie and then like all of a sudden like halfway through my throat starts getting like dry or something like that, I'm just like, this shit's boring.
This is dry.
I don't know what is. Like even if I have a full drink,
Wonder Woman 1984 must have almost like killed you.
Dude, do you know how much I paused that at the fucking house? Like it took me like 5 fucking hours to finish that movie because I was like, I can't watch this shit. I kept walking around.
Sitting there dry heaving like
yeah, seriously. No, seriously, it's just like, what the fuck is this?
He's granting wishes.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. But the first for all the pony movie, I was just like, yeah, there's never a point where I was like dropping, and then they would have these like moments where I thought, oh, here's the part where they're gonna do this thing. Like they're like these very brief moments. Like there's this one where Izzy has she's like, oh, let me get the tea set out and let's do this. And then Sunny's like, all right, we don't have time for that. And Izzy looks sad for a second. And I thought like what they were gonna do was have that whole feel of like, all right, no,
the whole third act misunderstanding, like that thing on Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, "Oh, let's do this." But no, it was just like, "Hey, let's move on to this." And so was like, "Oh, because I love that."
One thing I do love about the characters before we go into spoilers is that all the characters are pretty likable. Like with the main five,
likable, yeah.
Right. Like
some of the main six.
Yeah.
I wanted to smack them.
Yeah,
no, it's so balanced.
Yeah, because, like, one thing, like, people were afraid of, like, with Hitch, the way he looks, and the fact that he's, like, the sheriff, is like, oh, man, this guy's gonna be terrible, and then we're like, oh, wait, no, this guy's actually pretty level-headed. He's, like, the straight man of the group, basically.
Like, just listening to him talk, I was like, oh my god, you have a brain! You have a brain!
Yeah,
thank you.
Also, I think people were scared because, like, it's James Marsden, who just recently was in the Sonic movie, so...
Hey, you leave Cyclops alone. Cyclops over okay?
Wasn't he also in Hop, too?
He was in Hop.
Yeah, he was in Hop.
Dude just can't stop being with animals.
You cannot tell me Hop and Sonic are not, like, they're the same movie. It's the same movie. Like either one exists or they don't exist at all, you know.
Right.
Exactly. They're like, well, they're variants of each other. Like
right. Variants. You mean there's a universe where I'm a horse?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. God. And then like, what was it? Because we're talking about the characters. Zip surprised me too.
Yeah,
like, I thought Zip was gonna be like super cocky, like Rainbow Dash, and she's like, "Oh no, this is a surprise." And it's just like, you're just
a better Rainbow Dash.
She's just a better.
I can't wait to have that discussion with Race.
Next
week.
So,
well, look, we've only seen her one time. So.
Yeah, be sure to tune into the Semi-Perfect podcast next week on Race's channel because we're gonna have a conversation with him about Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, but I saw the poll on Equestria Daily about like the main five, and like Pip was at the bottom, but I think that's just because she didn't really have as much time as the other characters in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she didn't do much.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it exactly, but between like Phyllis and Pip specifically, and there are other characters in the movie too, but just like the way they act is just so much more like how a human in this
Organic.
world would act, you know?
Yeah.
As compared to like the G4 ponies, they're definitely just like a character type, which is fine in its own way. But like,
Yeah.
I like
I
because
think
like when Phyllis walked on the screen, I don't know why I'm doing this, but when she walked on the screen, she was like, you know, like not a likable character immediately, but I was just like, I like her. She sounds like an American mom, like just a real ass human.
Well,
Oh,
the
to
name
go
like
off
Phyllis, right?
Right.
to go off that, like the point you mentioned about like them acting realistic. Yeah, because like there are certain things where it's like these are like evolutions of the ones we love. Because like for
Right.
instance, like there's this great scene. Well, it's a small scene, but it's very brief. Like where Zip and her family come down, and then Izzy's just like, "Hi, new friend," and then she's just like, and then Izzy just goes. Like Pinky would have been like, "Oh, aren't you that
Yeah,
girl?
right.
Yeah, I remember you." And it's just like,
Right.
Pinky, shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
like Izzy is like a toned down Pinky. Sunny is like a very much toned down Twilight.
Yeah.
Hitch, like the only trait of him is like the animals, so he's kind of like his own character. Also because like he's like a main male character that wasn't in G4.
Right.
And then Pip like has some similarities to Rarity, and then like like we said, Zip is just a better Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I do like all the characters. And I did really like the movie. I mean, I watched it 4 times on the same day. I didn't expect to do that. Yeah.
Honestly, I've watched it 2 more times since we watched it that day.
Oh, really?
So I don't know why.
Yeah,
Like,
I've been listening to the like soundtrack like on repeat. So
could be my day.
Yeah.
See, okay, wait, are we in spoilers?
all right, we're gonna go to spoilers now. So I'm gonna put the spoiler tag up. And if you don't, if you haven't seen the movie, you can mute the stream, or if you don't care, you can mute the stream, and then afterwards I'll unmute it, and then we'll go on to the next topic. So yeah, we're in spoiler territory now. So yeah,
once. Oh, you go.
Oh,
I was like 5
I-
seconds to mute the stream. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So when Fluttershy showed up, I just
Yeah. Well, she did.
She
spoilers, huh?
Yeah.
I twisted both of you.
Yeah, because I was gonna say like the big surprise of this movie, though we kind of already knew because of like the synopsis and everything, that it takes place like far in the future of like the same universe of G4, of Generation 4. So we see
it's
like
a little bit of an arduous task. There's like 9 seasons of lore that they have to consider.
right.
And it's, you know what, one of our friends mentioned something too, like where there's so many like things if you like overthink about them, like where's this, like it just sort of goes like, yeah, this could have been its own like thing, and it would have been like, yeah, this is fine, and then they could have done a fucking Turtles for Everything like Paleo said, where all the G5 ponies go through this portal, and then 4 ponies and then G3. Oh, God,
I think it was to like get like the fans of G4 on board.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like because like even in that interview they said that, oh yeah, we don't want to throw away all of that we built up. And there's a lot of that there, so it's like hard to like bring it all together.
But then there's that hard part of like, okay, so you want to be in the same universe. That's cool. I appreciate the hustle, but that means you can't do this. This is impossible in this universe. This is possible in this universe. You can do that, but can't do that if you do that. There's so many rules. Now
I understood everything.
But
because like the biggest thing is the go ahead, Baylor.
I was gonna say the because there's like a lot of like stuff in the background of like different artifacts that have been throughout the show. But I think like it's obviously to like bring in the people who are fans of G4, but also with like having this fresh start, even like the people who have never even seen G4 can watch this movie, and like those things in the background are just Easter eggs to them. They don't know. So, but we know.
We know.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah, because Yeah, because you know what, like that whole thing, like I think like exactly what Hero said about like there are certain rules and stuff like that. Because like again, like the biggest thing since we're talking spoilers is just like, well, where did the Wendigos? Like that's kind of
there's a lot of questions, and I'm guessing also that they're gonna be like answered in the show and also the special that they're gonna be doing, because they're gonna be doing like a special and then the show next year.
Wait. Like, what do you mean special? Like, do you mean like the fucking like that?
They're gonna have like a special to kick off the show.
Oh, like a pilot? You mean like a 2-hour?
Something like that. I don't know if it's actually going to be made by Boulder Media or Atomic Cartoons, because like Atomic Cartoons is the one that's making the show.
Yeah. Yeah. That's curious. Like, cause that is what I'm super wondering about. Is just like, again, like this movie, like the whole thing of the end, like I don't know if like Sunny has like fucking Green Lantern alicorn powers where she can turn it on and off. And
it kind of looks like it. She has like a holographic horn and wings.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like, oh, could she just go, oh, I want the powers of a Pegasus, power for alicorn, or a power unicorn right now, something like that? That'd be interesting, instead of like Twilight having to go through all the shit that she had to go through.
Like the whole thing about like maybe they like literally like eradicated magic to get rid of the Wendigos and like everything else.
That could make sense.
So because like then they're just like, oh, they're just regular horses now. Like because like the unicorns, they don't have any magic in their horns, and the Pegasi can't fly because it's impossible.
Right.
Or Twilight had to like seal off the magic or something, so she created the three.
Oh, don't you get fucking Star versus. You better not. Okay.
Yeah, but oh yeah, one character we didn't bring up before we were talking about spoilers was Sprout, who was like kind of like the main antagonist. Where like
he was.
Yes, Sprout's like the son of Phyllis, who became like the deputy to Hitch, and then he rises to power after Hitch goes looking after Sunny.
Fear-mongering.
Yeah, fear-mongering is what he was doing, because like you put like a dumbass in charge, he's gonna do something dumb.
Yeah, we know for 4 years. Oh,
we know.
But yeah, like Sprout's character like is played by Ken Jeong, and he's basically his character from Community, with how he acts. It's pretty funny.
Right. Yeah, it's hilarious. Like that whole thing with him, like that's why, because we have a couple friends who thought that whole thing with him was just like cringe and bad. Like for me and like the guys, we were just like, it just reminds me of Community.
Yeah.
So like it's just like that's why I was having a fun time with his whole thing from Community. Like that's what it was. So yeah, I'd say I'm really excited for I really did not expect for this was to be this good. I guess like going forward, because I actually had a fun talk with my friend Mike about this, because he watched it and he was like, oh yeah, my favorite is Zip and stuff like that. I was just like, oh, this is cool. And then like we were talking about like the voice cast, because we talked about this last night here,
right,
like with Tom and like with the voice acting or stuff like that. And he brought up a point. It was just like, I don't think some of the voice actors for the characters, besides like Kimiko, like there are certain ones where it's just like I feel like another person could do that voice, because it's just like, oh, it's not like a voice that stands out in a way.
Right.
I was like, I mean,
like I'm pretty sure like somebody could do like James Marsden's voice.
Yeah, or Vanessa Hudgens' voice. Like Vanessa Hudgens has a phenomenal singing voice and great voice, but like again, it's just when you think
and unless like her and like Sophia Carson are like really big My Little Pony fans, because they might be, like they grew up in the era, so like.
Exactly, but then you go on like Vanessa Hudgens, like, again, like Vanessa Hudgens, very beautiful, talented woman, but it's just like you go to her thing and she's got that like sort of Kim Kardashian vibe of like I do all this stuff and like, oh, that was a fun little thing to do. So I don't know if she would do that, but again, like it wasn't.
No, like, it's also Netflix, and they do have Netflix money, so.
Yes, exactly.
But like of all the characters to have voice actors to come back for the show, it would probably like be Kimiko Glenn and Lisa
Phil
Koshy.
Lamar.
Well, I was gonna say, Phil Lamar definitely, but like, Lisa Koshy, because like she was like a YouTuber or whatever.
Yeah, do you think? Yeah, but do you think Liza Koshy will come back? Because
Yeah, I think so. Like from like all the interviews that they've done, like it's always like her and Kimiko Glenn are like always excited to do like interviews.
Just
So,
always together.
Yeah.
Like in 3 or 4 different interviews. Like,
Is Vanessa Hudgens not coming back to do the show? Is that confirmed or
No, we don't.
We don't
Now
know.
it's confirmed.
We don't
Because
know.
She
Yeah.
does. I know for a fact, like she does. She's in the Netflix family. She does a lot of like random movies on Netflix
Okay.
all the time. So
Yeah.
she does a lot of stuff with them already. So I wouldn't think it'd be too hard to just pay her to
Okay.
Right.
do the show.
Okay, so Paleo, is the show only going to be on Netflix? The
Yeah.
show? Okay, so that actually, all right. So the fact that I know that, because for me, I thought for some reason it was going to Hub 2.0 or some shit like that. So like that now I know
No,
it's on
they're not going back to TV again.
Okay. So now that I know,
I was,
the show is
you know
on
what? It's
Netflix-
so lucky. Like,
Yeah.
this is messed up to think about that the pandemic happened.
Oh, fuck.
Because the movie was originally going to go to Paramount Plus.
Oh, fuck.
How did Netflix end up with it?
Yeah. Okay, well, thank God Netflix got it. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
because
but-
Netflix has done like also the Transformers stuff as well from Hasbro.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah, because like originally the movie was going to be theatrical, and then go to Paramount Plus. But then like before Paramount Plus happened, they were like, oh yeah, let's do this deal with Netflix. So
Okay, so this going forward then. So now that I know the show's on Netflix, I think it's possible for the majority of the cast to come back then. Because
Yeah.
like if it's a TV show, like because you got to think about like all the Netflix TV shows, like adult animated shows and stuff like that, where they have just think of fucking Big Mouth. They have so many celebrities
Right.
on fucking Big Mouth, and so like if you're paying them Netflix money to voice on a show on Netflix, I feel like
and the movie's been getting like a really good reception on Netflix. Like it's been like #1 on like the kids platform, like on all countries.
yeah.
It's been in the top 10 in the US for like the past weekend.
So yeah, I think because it's specifically on Netflix, and like you just mentioned, Bailey, and like you just mentioned Jordan too, like how she's in the family and stuff like that. I think then I have a 90% thought process that they're going to be, part of like stay with it. They're going to stay with it then, because I just thought again it was just some TV thing, so they're probably not coming back. So, but now I know that's my
And
opinion.
Netflix would have the money to pay, to keep if they want it that way. I mean, it's not like
Exactly.
they don't spend ridiculous amounts of money on the most random things all the time.
Right.
So I'm sure
Yeah,
they could afford
exactly.
to do this
Those-
pretty easily.
I'm just hoping that they
Those-
don't like cancel the show immediately like they do with other shows.
Those poor
God.
Yeah.
conventions, though, if they want to try and get the voice
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
trying to get
like-
Vanessa
That's like a
Hudgens.
convention trying to get Vanessa Hudgens. Like, oh,
That'd be a little more expensive
Yeah,
to get
like
into a convention.
they could probably get Liza Koshy and Kimiko Glenn though.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Liza
yeah.
Koshy, give it a
And they have good chemistry. That would be a
Yeah.
fun panel.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be a
word.
super fun panel. But like, God, could you imagine like Tara Strong? I'm
Yeah.
Prima Brony,
Maybe,
Vanessa Hudgens.
they'll be able to get the writers and stuff though.
Yeah,
Because
Of
but
course.
and Megan McCarthy is like still working on this. So
She's still there,
Yeah.
and Jillian as well.
There you go.
so
Or-
another big topic about the show is the songs in general. Because like that was the last thing I was worried about with this show. Because like the first thing I was worried about is like what are the ponies going to look like? Because Lauren's designs are like basically
Iconic.
Yeah, basically why the show blew up, or because of Lauren's designs. And then the second thing was like, is the animation going to look good? And thankfully, like both of those things are good. And then the third thing is like, is the music going to be good? And thankfully, the music's really good.
It's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It is
Yeah,
very
the
good.
music is a fucking banger. Those two songs. Well, actually, all the songs. I'm not even
All
the fucking songs. I'm not even gonna lie. I hope like Daniel Ingram like did that whole like thing where he had his trench coat on. It's just like not bad, kid. Like that. It's like yeah. But yeah.
So, real talk, like in the Fit Right In song, the first time I watched it, when the trap drop happened, where
yeah.
he started rapping, I was like, we're doing this. We're doing this.
Same.
Okay. But to be fair, that's not my favorite part of the song. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like,
no, that is valid because like ever since that Eustace thing, I was just like, oh fuck no, not again.
Right.
And then, like Kimiko was like, oh, all right, I see.
yeah,
it.
like why do you think it works in that song and not in like the Houston song and in Space Jam? Is it because like
I'll
Kimiko?
tell you why. I was just gonna say, especially with the Space Jam thing, it's a understanding your audience for the right reasons type of issue. Warner Brothers thinks that it's what they should do to stay relevant, but there was a reason why music, let's say in this, I haven't seen it, so I can't. But based on the reception of it, it was done for a purpose. It had some points behind it, and it was made for that reason. The other movies like Space Jam and the Scooby-Doo movie, it's like, well, let's just write this in 5 seconds and make a little rap thing out of it.
Well, also
they wanted to do it because they're like, we think they'll think that's cool. Whereas in the Pony movie, it's like, Izzy's silly, so of course she would do this. So it kind of
she's the new Pinky. She's the new Pinky because like Pinky's rapped before.
Pinky rap.
Yeah,
literally. That's why I think literally no issues with it because Pinky did that whole rap in like season 4.
Yeah,
I was just like, okay, Pinky, I see you. So yeah, like that's
why.
Yeah,
I think Pinky's like rapped in like multiple songs. But yeah, also like Kimiko Glenn just has better flow.
No, she does.
Yeah,
better flow than Eustace.
Yeah,
and Porky Pig.
Yeah, it's insane. It's so insane. Oh, shut up, Porky, and shit like that. So it's just like Kimiko Glenn was just like, oh, I got the flow, and it's just like, oh, all right, I see. Because I remember I was like, oh, here we fucking go, and then like it's like one of those things where like someone starts saying bars, and you're like, oh, and it's just like super hot.
And there's even like an extended version of that song with like extra lyrics.
The extra lines are so good, yeah, because I put that in our Discord. I was like, real talk, saying we'll fake a phony protrusion and make a bony illusion. That's not the perfect solution. I was like, this shit is so good. I'm like, that's some good lines. Oh my god. I was like, you should put that in the movie. Damn.
Fucking fire.
Yeah.
Fire song.
But yeah, like the first song, like "Gonna Be My Day," that one's like very, very catchy.
Very good.
Very
Daniel.
like the second song, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking out for you. Yeah. That was probably the shortest one, I think.
It's the shortest
because it happens and like, oh wait, it's over. But it still sounds good though.
It's a very good one. Yes.
And then like Sprout's song.
It's the worst one, but
it's the worst, but like it's still fun.
Good.
Yeah, it's still fun and fun. It like has some interesting visuals with it because like I noticed like the kind of like the riff of it smells like Teen Spirit. And then like there's like visuals where you pointed out that someone on Twitter said, oh yeah, this looks like the music video from Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, and there's just, like, funny parts in it, where it's like, what are we? We're an angry mob! Look at that corn, it's on the cob! Look at that guy!
Like,
My name's Rob!
My name is Rob!
But, and also, like, Little Shy's in that part.
Yeah.
like
has anyone told Little Shy that?
No.
I don't know, but yeah, like there's this guy in the Brony community called Little Shy who does like a bunch of like pony stuff.
Guy in the Brony community.
Yeah.
It's like you're fucking going up to Jordan like a little kid. It's like there's this guy in the Brony community. He has his hat.
Yeah. He always wears this hat and has like this bag that he has at conventions and stuff. Like he always looks like that, and we're like, oh my god, that looks like Little Shy. This pony in here.
Has anyone told him that? Everyone just keeps saying it, but no one's told him yet.
All in all, good movie. Would recommend. Very fun.
Yeah.
Good movie.
Good character interactions. Also very, very pretty animation and details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Saber, you've been quiet.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like it.
How does Laura like it?
She liked it a lot too. We thought it was a good movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Awesome. So go check it out. Did you like it better than the 2017?
I did actually.
I did.
Okay, do it. Start the riot. Let's start
all right.
the riot. Do it.
All right, I got the
Say
spoiler
it.
tag off. But yeah. Oh yeah, for those of you that have unmuted now. But yeah, the movie's great. I loved it.
Piece of shit. Don't watch this shit. It's for us bronies. Fuck you. You don't get the shit. You weren't there. You weren't there.
You weren't
Fuck
there. You weren't there.
I'm there in spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, go
But
watch
yeah,
it.
it's really good. If anything, watch the fit right in part of the movie because like it's like the best part. Like it's a very good good song.
Good song.
All right. Next thing. So, remember that movie Bright that was on Netflix?
No.
Yeah,
Nope.
I do.
Saber, you watched that movie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mm.
It had orcs.
What about it?
They're gonna make an animated series out of it.
Before the sequel comes out?
Yeah,
Wow.
because this actually comes out like next month. Called
Oh, wow.
Bright Samurai Soul. They're sort of doing like an anime thing with it,
Oh, wait. Nice way to copy Star Wars there, Bright.
right?
Could've.
But yeah, it's coming out October 12th. I've never
Oh,
actually
wow.
seen Bright. So-
You're not missing much.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not-
what I've heard.
Great. Yeah, it's not too great, unfortunately.
Yeah,
It had promise.
I was looking forward to it. Unfortunately, the movie's very
Not good.
I was gonna say it's very forgettable. Like you watch it, you're like, they're building something here, but it doesn't stick. So
Yeah.
I remember a song from the movie, like an actual soundtrack song, more than the movie itself. So if that says something.
all right. But yeah, that's a thing coming out next month. Next thing, Nightmare Alley. This is a movie. The next Guillermo del Toro movie. Looks very interesting. Let's see. That comes out later this year in December.
Yes.
Hmm.
It looks very good. This is I believe it's a remake of the 1947
Right.
Nightmare Alley. I don't know. Based on the trailer alone, it looks very like it's going to be visually stunning. I thought the teaser trailer looked really cool. But I really want to see how far they go with Guillermo del Toro's visuals with this. That's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's good to see Bradley Cooper doing something. I feel like it's been a little while for him.
Right.
Right. Mm.
Next trailer, Hit Monkey.
Yeah, Hit Monkey.
yeah.
I was surprised when they finally had a Hit Monkey trailer. That was because like okay, so for people that don't know, like if you've probably seen the very famous meme of Deadpool and Spider-Man talking, and
Yeah.
Deadpool's like he's a hitman who's a monkey, and Spider-Man looks at him like the fuck. He's like, you don't believe me, I can't believe you, and then they both go and like fight the like hitman monkey, and it's like it's just a really funny comic book, and then like Hit Monkey has this whole stuff in the comics which is funny, and they pretty much explain in the trailer. The only thing I have issue with is like how the animation is moving. Like I don't know how to explain. It just looks a bit stiff. Like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't look fluid. It just looks like a bit odd. But like I mean, the concept is crazy. I hope like Spider-Man and Deadpool can cameo in it if they do, because that whole comic with them is fucking hilarious. People, if you're ever interested, just go read that. It's just really funny. But like yeah, I'm curious what they're doing. I'm wondering, it's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's gonna
Like,
come
it's
out
coming
on
on
Hulu. Yeah, it's definitely one of those.
Hulu's Marvel shows.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay.
I think like they're putting like some of their more like out there Marvel stuff on Hulu because
Yeah,
like
like
the
MODOK.
MODOK
Yeah.
show's on there as well.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, MODOK was. I haven't seen MODOK yet, so I haven't seen.
I saw a couple episodes. I didn't watch all of it.
Okay, so it wasn't good. That's all I need to know.
Next thing, Muppets Haunted Mansion,
Hmm.
which is coming out like October 8th.
Now,
Fuck the Muppets, man.
it's not easy being green.
It's not easy, right?
It's weird to see this get announced, right? And then
Yeah.
literally in the same day they're like, and Disney's remaking it again now with Owen Wilson, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so why are you making so many of these now? All of a sudden,
Right.
I wish they would have done that like animated show they were gonna do with that little test thing that they did with Haunted Mansion. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that actually looked pretty
Vaguely.
cool.
yeah. Well, hey,
That's-
now you know what's cooler? 2 movies, one with the Muppets and one with Owen Wilson.
Why is there a
Why don't they have
fucking-
Owen Wilson and the Muppets in the same movie? Which I'm pretty sure they have been.
I mean, hey, let's do it. Reunion. Bring him back.
Why is there a fucking Among Us astronaut in that picture? He's in He's there.
that shit?
Oh my god.
like, Among Us. Okay, that's all I saw when I looked at it. It's just like that's what it looks like.
You need to stay a little time off the internet.
Oh
Just a little bit.
god, that damn thing.
I see it everywhere.
This is Eddie Murphy made a Haunted Mansion movie, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah. I haven't seen that shit in years. I barely remember.
Saber, you have anything to say about the Muppets Haunted Mansion?
Why are you
Nothing.
gonna let him bully you?
Why would
You
you
know
talk
he's
to him
gonna
about
do.
Muppets?
I have nothing to say about these
Uh-huh.
irrelevant.
Irrelevant? Are you drunk?
I know I said that. Oh, thanks.
Wait, did you mean to say?
Did you mean?
Did you mean to say irrelevant?
Sure.
That's quite abominable of you.
I thought you were just gonna say them so that they're so disrespectful. It's just so irreverent.
Next thing, Amphibia got its trailer for season 3, which I'm not looking at because it's spoilers.
Yeah.
Not gonna look
No,
at
they
that.
already spoiled everything of that fucking.
All right.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more like
yeah.
the intro.
If you haven't seen like the first 2 seasons, like that intro spoils everything.
Yeah. Even spoiled the future season. It's so dumb.
Honestly, it looks from the intro. It looks less interesting than the other 2 seasons. I'm like, really? Is this? I don't know, but we'll see. I haven't seen the show season 3 yet, so we'll see.
Yeah, it comes out on October 2nd, so like this Saturday.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Kidnap Katie and watch.
Yeah.
Kidnap her.
I want to be proven wrong. Maybe it's gonna be the hypest season ever.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I mean, ever since she went fucking.
Hey!
All
I
right.
caught myself.
All right. Next thing is season 4 of Stranger Things got a trailer, a very short one.
Still didn't watch that either.
Yeah. It
You mean the trailer?
Yeah,
Okay.
it doesn't really show much. Just like a new location.
Yeah, it's more like a scene.
Yeah.
Aren't they in their like 20s now? Fucking
No,
kids?
not the kids.
How old are they?
They're
show's
not
been going
that
on
old.
They're still teenagers.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
still
okay,
teenagers.
whatever.
Yeah.
Shit. Tell that to Drake.
But yeah,
Okay,
that's coming out next year. We don't have like a concrete release date yet. Tell that to who?
What did you say? What did you say?
I think Drake already knows.
Okay. No, God, no. I said like he said, oh, tell them they're all teenagers still, and I was like, oh, tell that to Drake, and then I was just like, he's talking.
We can't be friends. We can't.
I didn't say anything. He's the one saying it. So, all right. Damn.
All right,
All
but,
right,
but yeah,
next
that comes out next year because yeah, there was a bunch of like Netflix trailers that released, but I like trimmed them down a bit so we can talk about like the bigger topic later. Cobra Kai season 4 is coming out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
December 31st. We still need to finish it with Katie because like we were watching it with Katie and like we stopped.
Yeah, we
So
did
I-
Spectacular Spider-Man too with Katie.
Right?
And Hero.
Yeah, that's the thing we were doing. Katie got busy. She started
Katie
doing
was like,
that. Sounded bad. Katie got.
Watch her get a voice roll on ponies. And we're like, oh my god.
No, she can't.
No, do you know how much you would flex on us?
Right?
Yeah. We got her
no,
into that
like,
shit?
could you imagine how
Oh.
not able to focus you would be?
You would be like, oh
Katie,
my
I
God.
want you to get all the work. I do. Not on pony.
Hi, I'm Apple Clumps.
Apple
Oh my
Clumps.
God.
Apple
She turned
Clumps.
out to be-
Apple Clumps will finally be a
Fucking
character.
gross.
Jim.
If there
will-
is a character called Apple Clumps, I will watch. I will.
Oh
Yeah.
my God,
Oh my God.
Jim 2.0.
Yeah, Jim is
Oh,
just
God.
I mean, Jordan is just the new Jim then. Yeah.
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 That's me.
Oh God, dang.
Um,
Well, hopefully it shows. I'm really excited because like the trailer got me hyped because they were like, oh, we're bringing people this. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Will I have to watch the 4th movie to understand? Because I've seen the third movie now.
You may have to.
Okay,
you may
so
have
yeah,
to,
I'll-
character
like-
stuff. Watch all of them.
Okay,
Make
yeah,
sure you
I'll-
watch all those.
I'll watch the 4th movie before like it comes out then.
I keep saying, like, I know they're more than likely not going to do it. Like, I'm 90% sure they're not going to do it. But like the fucking Will Smith, like Jaden Smith movie.
You think
Jaden
we're gonna
Smith
get to that
movie.
at some point?
Like,
All of a
yeah,
sudden,
just-
Jaden Smith shows up. I mean, he's in the Netflix family. He could
Yeah.
easily show up. He
Yeah,
could
no,
easily
no.
show up.
Will Smith works on this fucking show. He's like a producer.
Oh,
or
that's
something
true.
like
He
that.
did. He does produce. Why haven't they got? Oh, I think we're building up to it. I think like at the end of this season, it's like we need one person to save us, and Jaden Smith just comes rolling.
And
And
it's
like,
just like-
hey, what's up? I'm the
and it's just-
Karate Kid, 2010, Jackie Chan. Heard
Yeah,
of
and
it?
it's just like, that's not karate, that's kung fu. Shut up, and then they have a whole new. That'd be funny. There you
This
go.
year
We're
the
giving-
tournament allows kung fu.
That'd be hype. That'd be hype. Oh god.
All right. The next trailer, Arcane, which is the League of Legends like show that's gonna be on Netflix. I don't know anything about League of Legends. I played it like a couple times back when it first came out, and then never again. But what are you guys' thoughts on this?
The animators on League of Legends are incredible, and I've always wanted it to have a thing, like a cartoon or something animated that doesn't have to be me playing the game because I hate MOBAs. That's cool. I'm into it. That's an
Yeah.
idea.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's just always weird, like how like a bunch of these competitive multiplayer games have lore. And I'm like, wait, do you need that?
Right. Right.
They got nothing else to do with all the money they're making. They're like, yeah, we'll make a show.
Yeah.
Like, every time League of Legends makes an animation for like their new character or whatever, I'm like, it looks so good. Why does it have to be for League? I don't care. I don't care. Like,
Yeah, because like there's like the Dota anime too.
Yeah, the
that came out.
Dota
Yeah,
anime,
yeah.
which I'm a voice actor in. I actually voice Marcy,
Oh,
one of the main
nice.
characters. Yeah,
Nice.
you can go see my stuff. Go watch.
you lying ass son of
You know
a.
what's so funny about that? It's like I said that on Twitter, and then like all these
Yeah,
like,
when the show
actual
came
voice
out.
actors
Yeah.
were like, "Wow, I'm so happy for you! Congrats!" They were like genuine, and I felt bad because they were like all compliment. And I just
Yeah.
posted the scene of her, like, because for people who don't know in the chat, Marcy's a mute. She just doesn't talk at all, and so like I was like,
Oh,
I
no.
was scared. People.
Mhm.
Ah, God, that was funny. Oh,
Um,
man.
All right. Next thing, Inside Job, which is a another like adult animated show on Netflix. This is the premise of like this company that called Cognito Inc. that runs all of the world's conspiracies.
Mhm.
Which is an interesting premise. Saber, did you see the trailer for this? See there?
Mhm.
He said something.
Oh yeah,
He said
he said BRB.
Let's see.
Verb.
But yeah, it does look interesting. I'll have to see like more episodes to see the actual episodes to see how it goes along.
Mhm.
But yeah, it definitely has like a sort of like a Rick and Morty like style to it.
Rick
So
and
more
Morty.
Rick and Morty, less
Morty.
Chicago party on.
Yeah.
Rick.
Rick and
Fucking
Morty?
song. Why is that
and
a
Morty?
song? It's such a
Because TikTok said, yeah, this is it.
yeah, it's so dumb. Fucking Soldier Boys. Go back to making dances.
Drake.
Yeah. Oh damn.
Yeah, but yeah, it sounds like an interesting show. So I'll give it a watch.
Mm.
Then the last thing from the Netflix thing that I have on
What?
here is the Cowboy Bebop intro and release date.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
releases November 19th.
How did you feel about that intro? That's
How did you?
interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna ask because to me there's parts where just I don't know, like because they're trying to mimic it exactly, it looked kind of awkward when like
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they're
Because
doing
like
it, it looks so
I
awkward.
think that was a stylistic choice. I don't think that was like it came out and they just said whatever. I think they made it look like that on purpose. I think they're trying to emulate. I know like Ed's not there and there's a couple things that are off, but I do give them some credit it seems like Netflix here and the people who are working on the show specifically are trying. So far from everything we've seen from costume designs, casting, it seems like they're trying to make something here. Unlike with Death Note, which was like, it has the same name and we got Ryuk here. That's cool, right? I don't know. I this is the only one so far where I've been like, okay, I'm on board, but please don't let me down for a third time. You know,
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't have much of an opinion on it. I have opinions kind of in both ways and just kind of neutrals out a little bit. But I've seen people that are just like vehemently hate this, and some people are like, "No, this has got some like oomph to it." So yeah, I'm personally like I legit meant it when I was like, "What do you guys think?" Because I was like, I'm kind of lost here.
Yeah, because there are points in the intro where it's like this looks kind of fan made almost like rather than
No, Palo, you nailed it right there.
Yeah.
There are point where, again, like I don't know, so I'm not gonna talk like shit, like, oh yeah, this show's gonna be trash or anything like that. But like, there are points where it looks like, oh, if I saw this on YouTube as like a fan made YouTube video, I'm like, this is a badass fan made YouTube intro. Like, fuck, this looks so good. But like, as an actual show, it's like a bit. And then like, there's sometimes with like how the characters look in real life. Okay, again, like I think the character design, like there are a bunch of people like bitching about Faye's look. I think Faye looks fine in live action. It's like certain other ones where I'm like, I feel it looks like really good cosplay. I feel like it looks like really good cosplay instead of like a more organic suit that would be like, oh, that seems fitting for a live action version. But again, like I'm waiting for it. I'm going to see how it works, and that's it.
There was a certain vibe I caught between the color palettes and the quick changing of shots mixed with that one real shot of like CGI when we saw, it fly by them when they're standing there.
Right.
It really gave me, and in some ways this is a compliment because I think the movie is kind of underrated. When I went back and watched it, I actually really enjoyed it, and that's the 2008 Speed Racer. Like, there's a certain vibe there, and if they play that tone as well as I think that movie did, I think there's a chance that it can have this identity and it could work. But let me be clear, Cowboy Bebop, one of the best animes out there, and I'll say that we don't need this. There's no need for this live action. But I'm choosing for this one to be optimistic for it because I like everything that they've done so far leading up to it. But again, if it sucks, it sucks, and I'll say it sucks. And guess what? I have the original, so.
Yeah. So I'm laughing at somebody in the chat because they said Jim's #1 fan says wasn't Spike Lee a Jewish guy in the anime? And do you mean Spike Spiegel?
Spike Lee come up with it. Spike Lee like, hey man, never happened, man.
I walked past Spike Lee in New York once, and he growled at me.
Really?
I didn't say anything to him. We were just walking past the street. I didn't even notice it. My friend's like, dude, Spike Lee just growled at you. And I turned around, and Spike Lee's just walking down the street. I was like,
was he drunk?
I don't know.
That's just Spike Lee. Spike Lee
That's just
does
Spike
that.
Lee.
He does that to white people. Okay? Like, he just does that.
To be fair, I probably deserved it.
Saber, did you see the intro? Is Saber back?
No, he never said back.
I saw his thing.
I just got back down. What's up?
Oh, did you see the Cowboy Bebop intro for Netflix?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It has Spike Lee in it.
Yes, Spike Lee.
Yeah, Spike Lee.
All right. A few more news things, and then on to the big topic.
What big topic?
Next thing. So Laika's next film has been revealed to what it is, and it's something called Wildwood, which is based on a novel. And it's gonna be like written by the same guy who did Missing Link in 2019. But yeah, let's see. It says in Wildwood, you're not supposed to go there. You're not even supposed to know it exists. But Prue McKeel is about to enter this enchanted wonderland. But it sounds like a good like Laika thing to do with this novel, because it sounds dark and mysterious. So and Laika's always like fantastic with their stop motion and everything. So I'm excited to see like a trailer for this whenever they get it out. then next thing, which is the Gumball movie. So the Amazing World of Gumball, it ended after like 6 seasons. So this is the movie. People were thinking like, oh, is a movie happening? But yeah, it's going to happen. And the original creator is going to be directing it. And it's about like this like super fan of a Gumball who finds like a missing episode from the series and then opens a portal and goes into the show. So it's kind of like a reverse thing where like instead of like animated characters coming to the real world, it's like a real character coming to the animated world.
Well, like a live action.
Yeah,
like a space chick.
Kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, with Gumball, because it kind of works with Gumball though, because like Gumball's always had like these different mediums with different characters.
Right.
Yeah. So that does sound interesting. And then they're going to do like a new series with it, apparently.
Oh, a new series of Gumball. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Is it going to be Darwin series, or is it going to be like?
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be focusing on like this character from the movie. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
okay.
we'll see. But I'm excited to see that. Should be fun.
Right.
And then let's go to the Nintendo Direct, which I watched with Hiro, and Saber was there for the beginning of it. And then Viva also joined it. But yeah, a bunch of stuff was announced. Some of the major things were like the 3D Kirby, which looks very good. It basically
looks very good. Yes.
Kirby Automata, basically. So
I'm scared that it's gonna. This is like everyone has their different like gaming skill or whatever. But I'm scared that it's gonna be too easy. Kirby games oft are.
Yeah.
But
I'm scared I'm gonna whoop its ass.
Anyway.
But whoop its fucking ass. I'm Hirasashi and I'm a god of games.
It's so hard to like it's not like that, right? But like, you know, when games are too easy, they kind of put you to sleep. So he was hoping that this it has like a good amount of difficulty to it. Yes.
Let's see what else was there, because Bayonetta 3 obviously was finally revealed. Yeah.
Yes.
They gave that girl a haircut, right?
Oh my god, her hair looks so good.
Yeah.
So good. Like we were watching it, we were like, is this Bayonetta 3? It's like it's platinum, but like usually you have like the angels or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, that's not an angel, it's like a goop monster. It looks like a chaos from Sonic Adventure 2 somehow. Like I was like, is it Bayonetta? I was like, it feels like Bayonetta's gonna jump in at any moment for some reason, and then it did the. Yeah, she jumped in. She's like, dun, 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 dun. I'm like, there it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like, it looks really good. I am excited.
Oh yeah, in the beginning we had the Monster Hunter DLC, which I know
Yes.
you play a lot of Monster Hunter.
Here is hoping. Yes, I played Monster Hunter Rise the least because it has the least content. Or it had. It probably has more now, but it had the least amount of content of a Monster Hunter like on release. And I was like, oh, I only got like 100-something hours out of it, which is weird compared to the 800.
Only 100 hours. Like, yeah. Like,
800 hours.
Yeah. I mean, just like saying like compared to other games, like that's a lot.
Yeah. But my biggest hope for Sunbreak is that they chill out somehow with the spirit birds or whatever, the spirit bugs.
Oh yeah, the spirit birds.
I don't like collecting them. I feel like they were there to like give you an understanding of like how the map works. But like after that, I'm like, I don't want to collect these every single like time I fight something. It's very annoying. So hopefully they do something with that. But yeah.
Let's see. There was
a massive expansion, so I'm excited.
Yeah. There was the Chocobo GP, which is Final Fantasy Mario
Crash
Kart.
Team Racing.
Time.
Yep. I always wanted to be Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Gilgamesh.
One of my biggest wishes, I guess.
Yeah, people are pointing out there's like Vive and what's the guy's name? Steiner or Reiner? Or is it Steiner from Final Fantasy 9? I haven't played 9 yet.
I haven't played 9 in so long. I forget his name. Yeah.
So there's probably gonna be like other like characters and stuff in it. There's the Smash Brothers event, which is we talked about it earlier. Well, it's gonna come out on in the pre-stream we were talking about how that's gonna come out on October 5th. Any guesses?
So many October things. It's Sora.
Not
That's
Crash?
my guess.
It's obviously
Sorry.
Goku. All right, let's stop
I-
bullshitting. Okay.
I would like Crash. There's a lot of things leading to like it being Sora. I think there was like something that like Nintendo asked like Disney to like borrow some music for an event or something. So I don't know. There's who knows at this point. But they really made an actual attempt to be like, this is it.
Yeah.
We're done after this. We're doing one more. This is the final present. All right, so leave us alone. They're very much adamant. But at the same time, it'd be very funny that at the end it's like, okay, here's Fighter Pass 3. Just kidding.
Like, I would actually be a little mad. I'm like, Sakurai, you must stop, like, actually for your health.
I think he just likes it. He
just likes it.
He wants to look
yeah.
tired. He's like, I like being tired. He's like, I crave working.
I mean,
But he deserves a break, honestly. You know, let's say they even do a Fighters Pass 3. Give it a break. Give it like a year gap before you start working on it. Here's all your characters. Keep playing, and I'll come back when I'm off. You know, my sabbatical.
I'm so upset that Triangle Strategy kept that name.
I'm very interested in that game. Like, the more I look at it,
it looks good. Yeah,
it just feels like Final Fantasy Tactics 1. It just looks like that specifically, which I'm really excited. Like, there are other tactics games. There are a bunch of they're fun, but I just like the old manness of Final Fantasy Tactics. For lack of whatever other things I should be saying, the old manness really jives with me.
Yeah. They show more Splatoon 2, which looks really good. They
Splatoon 3.
Splatoon 3. Yeah. I don't know why I said 2. They showed Metroid Dread again. They've been promoting it a lot, which is good, but I don't want to see anymore. I want to play it.
Yeah. I literally looked away. I was like, tell me when this is done.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
which
look at this.
it'll come out like right before the next podcast. Which should be fun because I'll beat it in a weekend.
Oh wow, October is right there. Oh
Yeah.
no. Oh my god.
Yeah, Metroid's out in like 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks.
Oh god, I'm 30 soon, y'all. Then.
Yeah. Join the club. Google gobble. Google
COVID
gobble.
completely took my 20, like the last bit of my 20s. Thanks. COVID.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Go to a Chuck E. Cheese one more time.
Way past that, man.
So this was something that was leaked beforehand. Was the Castlevania Advance Collection? Yeah, which I've never played the Advance games. I've only played like the first one, Castlevania 4, Symphony of the Night. So these will be like completely new to me, and I was very surprised that they're only like $20 for these
What are
games.
the Advance ones called? That's not Rondo of Blood, is it?
No.
That's something.
Though they do include Dracula X, was like I think is like a Super Nintendo version of Rondo of Blood.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
From what I understand. Because they include Dracula X in this Advance collection, even though it's mostly Game Boy Advance games, because it's like Circle of the Moon, Aria of Sorrow, which I think is the last one, and then Harmony of Dissonance.
Yeah, I don't know what any of those are.
Yeah.
But, all right. I also didn't have a Game Boy Advance. It's like the thing that I didn't have.
Oh.
Your Advance SP.
No, I didn't have any of them.
Game Boy Micro?
Yes, that's the one that I chose to get. The Game Boy Micro.
I'm paying more for a smaller screen.
Yeah, but Saber, I know if you've played Aria of Sorrow before.
Yeah, it's fun. I want to play it.
Yeah. So because I know you said that you said that one's like really good. And I've never played any advanced games, so I'll definitely pick those up. And then one of the biggest things is the reveal of Nintendo 64 and Genesis games coming to the Nintendo Switch Online stuff. Which everybody was expecting, Game Boy and Game Boy Color, because like every journalist was talking about that. Even though it was also like leaked, or not leaked, but like rumored, the N64 stuff was also coming, but maybe later. But this is first. Probably because they're going to increase the price. Next month
They said they would.
Yeah, we have no idea how much the price increase is going to be. But if it's like $10 more a year, like go from 20 to 30, is like, yeah, whatever.
Whatever, right? I have to buy it because they have F-Zero on it.
Yeah,
like, cool.
Or they're going to have F-Zero.
The game, yes, they're going to have it eventually.
Yeah.
And I said the 4-player online. I was like,
yeah.
Like,
and
it's crazy to think about.
Yeah, the funny thing is that you know how like people complain about like first party offerings not having good like online connections or whatever. The funny thing is that the NES and SNES apps actually have rollback netcode.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I actually did not know that at all.
Yeah, because I've played games with Viva, and Viva's in Australia. I've played with her some Super Nintendo games together before, and they work fine.
Yeah,
it's weird. It probably helps because that they're retro games, that they're just easier. So
definitely, yeah. But yeah, it's not a new F-Zero. I don't even care.
Yeah.
You can play F-Zero at all. Like on
right,
console,
and it's not the first one, because like you do have the first one on there, but the first one's not great.
Right. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah.
I would legitimately pay whatever the stupid subscription is so I can play the game.
Yeah, but all of the like games coming out. Let me find the image here.
I do legitimately wonder if the N64 offerings, because there's this weird thing with me particularly where if I play an N64 game, for some reason nowadays, they legitimately like actively make me sick to look at. Like,
the resolution's
nauseous.
gonna be the resolution's gonna be higher.
So I wonder if that effect will go away on the Switch, because I want to play N64 games again. I like them, but they legitimately make me nauseous.
Yeah, because it's funny you mentioned F-Zero, because like I posted that that 4x4 thing, or the 4x5 because it's 20 of like the 20 games to put on there, and I hate myself because I forgot F-Zero X.
Don't worry, everyone did.
Yeah, and because I'm like, no, I'm a fake fan. But yeah, it's gonna start out with Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Star Fox 64, Yoshi's Story, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Winback, Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario 64, and Sin and Punishment.
What is Winback? Winback?
Yeah, that's the weirdest one on here. So that does show me that they're going to get some of the weirder N64 games on there. They might actually put on like stuff like Glover or like Chameleon Twist.
Chameleon Twist, that's a name I haven't heard of since it was relevant.
Yeah. But like Sin and Punishment, like that is like another on-rail shooter similar to Star Fox 64 that not a lot of people were able to play. It came out on the Wii's Virtual Console, and it actually sold pretty well when it came out on the Wii's Virtual Console, so they made a sequel on the Wii. But yeah,
if you haven't played Sin and Punishment, actually good game. Should try it out.
Yeah, and then like the Genesis games, there's a lot of good stuff here. Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore. I'm surprised they put Castlevania Bloodlines on there, because that's part of like the that other Castlevania collection, I think. Yeah, Castlevania Bloodlines, Contra Hardcore, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Musha, which is one of the
Gunstar? Nice.
Yeah, Musha is one of the most expensive Genesis games to buy physically. So that's interesting that's on there. Phantasy Star 4, Ristar, Shining Force, Shinobi 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage, and Strider.
Those are some good games. Is Streets of Rage 1?
Streets of Rage 2.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what other Genesis games come on there too. But they also showed like all the different other different games that are going to be on there. Let's see. because yeah, it'll be like Majora's Mask will be on there. Mario Golf, Pokemon Snap, F-Zero X. What you mentioned, Kirby 64, Paper Mario, and the biggest reveal of this news was Banjo-Kazooie's gonna be on it.
Nice.
So that opens the door for rare games. So they could put on like Perfect Dark, Jet Force Gemini, Blast Core is a rare game as well.
Dang, Rare made some good games. As you were
Yeah.
saying these, I'm like, yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing,
good.
which Rare made.
Yes.
And
Probably not GoldenEye for licensing reasons.
right.
For licensing, yeah.
Right.
Another thing I noticed is that since Sin and Punishment is on there, which is a game made by Treasure, they could put on Mischief Makers, which is another Treasure game.
That no one knows about.
Yeah, I know Viva's a big fan though.
It's a fun one.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff they could put on there. But then, so that's all like for the main stuff for the Nintendo Direct. But then like this is gonna be like our main topic here. The Mario voice cast.
Dang, there's a lot to talk about this week. Oh my god.
Yeah, and I already trimmed it down. So yeah, Miyamoto comes on all happy, smiling, saying like, "Oh yeah, here's the release date for the Mario movie. Comes out December 21st, 2022 in North America." And then he was "Oh yeah, I'm gonna reveal the voice cast. I'm so happy about this." It's like playing Mario is Chris Pratt. He's so cool.
So cool.
He's so cool.
Oh, is that what he said?
He said that.
I literally could not hear him because
Right.
everyone, myself included,
Yeah,
was
like
screaming.
we were all like losing it.
It only just gets better as this cast was announced and people are already dying of laughter. I love watching the reactions when you get to
Same.
the Donkey Kong reveal and then they're done because like they've already built up like what they've just said and then to reveal that is like people just lose it and it's the most entertaining content online.
It
right now.
really is.
It is.
Like I watched like 4 in a row. Like I watched like Black Nerd's reaction.
Right,
And I watched
yeah.
like Arlo's reaction. And I was just like just every like gamer YouTuber I could think of, I was just like, I need
I
to
was
see their
scared
reaction.
for her.
because it's-
I was scared for Arlo. I was like, bro, you are gonna die.
It's funny because like it's not even like, oh like, I think like Arlo pointed out is like, oh no, it's an Illumination. How are they gonna mess this up? And then they're like, oh, this is how they're gonna mess it up. But yeah, we got Chris Pratt as Mario, Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach, which is probably like the least.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the most reasonable.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, that's
Everyone
one-
went-
yeah. It's like you
That was
must understand
everyone
that.
to calm down laughing from Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah,
like,
it was like
oh,
Anya Taylor-Joy.
okay,
Okay,
yeah.
I've seen her in a few things. Like she's like a fairly new actress, like for this past decade. And then it goes to Charlie Day for Luigi.
Okay, Charlie Day is Luigi, just from all the fucking animations I've seen. That I'm excited to see that. That's just been cracking me up like that whole thing. Did you see me eating trash? Yeah. I like you. Come on. It's like,
Yeah.
that's always funny.
and then like the thing is like Chris Pratt and Charlie Day have like voiced in animated movies before. Like they were in the Lego Movie. But
Yeah.
the thing is, those were original characters.
Mhm.
These are established characters.
Yeah, and that whole thread of like how they're just gonna like say things. It's just like, yes, you're going to see my massive attack of doom. Is like, that's not a thing, you know, just like that.
Yeah,
Fucking, like, comedy. Like, I was like, oh boy, well that happens. It's just like, for
Yeah, because like
fuck's
the thing is like with Chris Pratt being Emmett in the Lego Movie, which that was the first thing I ever saw with Chris Pratt in it because I never watched Parks and Rec.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh yeah, this like fits the character because like it's Emmett, like this is this like little Lego construction worker. Then Charlie Day being like a crazy little spaceman. It makes sense, but with this is like, this is Mario and Luigi.
You know what's gonna happen? I'm putting money on this right now. Like, what's gonna happen is they're gonna have a trailer, and it's like Mario's narrating or some shit, and it's gonna be like, and so in the world, and then she, whoa, what the hell? Yeah. So, anyways, blah blah blah. I'm Chris Pratt and shit like that, and then it goes on, and like Charlie Day Luigi's like, what are you doing, Mario? What the fuck is crazy? You go rescue or shit like that, and then like the fucking trailer.
Part of me thinks that like it's like a setup where they're playing these characters for like a movie, like a video game, whatever, right? And then it's them offset, like they just turn to their regular voices, like when they're not performing or something. Right. Because if it's just the regular story of here's Mario and Luigi and they're going to get Peach from Bowser, then it's like, okay, what are we really doing here? Why don't we just using random voices and adding Donkey Kong for no reason? So there has to be something unique about it to explain.
It's Illumination. I wouldn't get my hopes up.
Okay, well, I don't expect them to like have deep lore about this. I just want some basic explanation of so the people who they're advertising this to, the Nintendo fans, you know, aside from the masses, you want to get the people who are a fan of it.
It's weird how they would announce this in a direct to fans of Nintendo when this voice cast listing is like this is like the listing that you would show like somebody who is not a Nintendo fan.
But Chris Pratt, he's so cool.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
Then we have Jack Black as Bowser. Which
so I got my Peach right up here. You know, something like saying stuff like that. You know, through the whole fucking movie.
I want to know how Jack Black as Bowser is gonna work.
How it's gonna work. Just imagine fucking Poe just as a dragon. That's all you gotta imagine.
Just Bowser walks in and he's like, skidoosh.
Skidoosh.
You know, that's what's gonna happen. Hero.
I was like, I actually imagined it.
Skidoosh.
And then like baby Bowser comes in and he's like, whatever. And then like there's gonna be some joke about like how many fucking times he's kidnapped Peach. It's like, yeah, we keep meeting like this, don't we? Like some mega mind. Oh, we're so meta. We make the joke before you did.
The thing is, like, Bowser can be a funny villain. Like he has in like all different Mario RPGs. Like he has like very funny dialogue. So it could work. It's just like his voice is just like it seems like it's too high to be like Bowser's voice.
Right,
Think of the Pick of Destiny where he's just like rocking it down.
That's what I'm picturing for some reason.
Like if they do have Jack Black and Bowser, I hope he has a song at least.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He has to.
There's gonna be a thing in this movie.
They're
gonna have a DK rap. The whole DK rap.
They might pitch alter his voice also.
They might. Though they rarely do with these things.
Right.
But then we got Keegan-Michael Key as Toad.
Which if that was at the beginning, I would be like, what? But at this point, that was just like my like break. I was just like, okay, sure.
Whatever, sure, whatever. And I was like, "Fuck, I guess what?"
It's just gonna be Toad complaining about the situation and describing it this time. So you want me to do this?
Exactly.
This ball, and you want me to do this? Okay, be real with me real quick, princess.
You already wrote the movie. Congratulations.
But then it goes to Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Got any bananas? Hey Mario, got any bananas?
Oh, good. That's what he's gonna do. Just that laugh. They better do the rap. They better do the Donkey Kong rap.
The DK rap.
The DK rap.
I'm on board.
But then after that, they're like, oh yeah, Charles Martinet's in the movie too. As cameos.
Kind of here and there. What do you mean cameos? What do you mean cameos?
Like characters in the background or whatever.
Like Mario or...
Can Jordan Peele be Toadette? Okay, Jordan Peele, Toadette, and Peele. Like, I told you! Fucking stop!
They got Sebastian Maniscalco. He's the guy who's playing Spike, who's like the guy from Wrecking Crew. Who people are like, what? They're like, that's an interesting character.
Like, like this Wreck-It Ralph. Like, they're just gonna have all these characters. Like, it's not gonna be what we think it is, and that's why I feel like that's how they're going to try and justify the voices.
Yeah.
So when I think they mean cameo, like when Mario's on, it's Martinet, but then when he's not on, it goes to Chris Pratt.
Oh, so you mean like they switched the voice? Like it's like, we saved the princess, and then it's just like, oh wow, can you believe we're doing this shit again? Yeah, bro.
It's been 35 goddamn years. They're still doing this.
Yeah, Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong. That was just a reveal. I was like, oh, Cranky Kong's gonna be in the movie?
Oh god.
I almost want to watch no trailers for this just so it can be the biggest surprise possible.
Oh, I'm doing a reaction to the trailer when that comes out.
Oh, I can't wait for the trailer.
Yeah. Then Kevin Michael Richardson as Kamek, which is like probably like the least offensive one because it's like he's a voice actor. Like
Hey, we listen. We got a voice actor.
Yeah, but also like he would like make so much more sense as Bowser. Like with his deep voice.
The deep voice.
Yeah. Because it's weird because like Kamek always has that like sound. So like hearing Kamek to be like a deep voice would be kind of strange.
Literally, Jack Black could do that.
Right.
Like what?
Like, can you switch those around?
I feel we need Yoshi in here somewhere. We need someone to be Yoshi.
By Dwayne the Rock
I feel
Johnson.
there's gonna be. I was gonna say, and then there's gonna be like a baby Mario cameo, and it's like it's Kevin Hart, so they play off each other. Let's get it because because he's taller than Kevin, like the same joke in all the movies. So
in every movie ever.
Yeah, so why not continue the tradition?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
I can't wait.
I can wait.
Saber, you're in the movie. You're Donkey Kong.
Oh. Saber's having none of that.
Yeah, he seems busy tonight. Anyway, now let's go on to questions. So if you have any questions, you can ask either with a super chat or on Twitter. Hopefully we can get through all these so we can go to Twitter questions. So first super chat from Deli18 asking, sometimes we see weird news and headlines. What's a weird news headline you've seen? P.S. Have you thought about the answer from the last week's question? Which last week's question was like, have we like predicted anything that's happened? Because like, oh yeah, I've called that or whatever from like something long ago.
I'm terrible at predicting
Save this
things.
fucking podcast before the Mario movie. We called a bunch of shit tonight, so there. Just leave that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If anything we said happens in the movie, like, yeah, called it.
We win.
Let's see. What's a weird news headline you've seen? Chris Pratt is Mario.
He's so cool.
He's so cool.
All the news headlines I see are like political. I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah.
God.
Edit Man asking, hey Tommy and Saber, loving the gaming content on SaberSpark64. Hopefully there'll be a topic about SNK, how they rose and fell as a company, and the long journey they're taking to be financially good. Saber there?
No, but SNK does have quite an interesting story,
that
especially currently. So.
Yeah, that would be an interesting video to go over. And then another one from Editman, saying best pets in movies and shows.
Stuart Little.
Pretty good.
Stuart Little. He's not a pet. He's adopted.
Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Yeah, no hesitation there. I said what I said. Stuart Little.
Yeah, he is.
He's a little toy car. It's adorable.
Oh god.
I like Pascal. Is that his name from Tangled?
Oh yeah.
I like him.
Yeah. He's a pretty nice like little chameleon. I don't think of any others.
Pets in movies. Like if this was TV shows, it'd be completely different. But movies, huh?
Oh, Bumpy in Camp Cretaceous. That's a pet.
Oh, yeah.
Not SpongeBob. That's Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's Camp Coral. Yeah.
Yes.
SpongeBob.
I remember because I was looking at your list. I was like, Camp Crustaceous. I was like, that's SpongeBob then, right? And you're like, no, not Crustaceous. You dumb.
I love Camp Crustaceous.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
So bad. Oh my god.
Gregorio asks, I haven't seen Saber or Jax advertise a POS podcast on social media before. Why is that?
What are you talking about? I literally put it in my community tab. You can go through my community tab.
What the hell, Jack? Promote the podcast.
There is a podcast. You can go check right now. I always put it in the community tab, and then when it's done, because Paleo puts a new link up, I take it down, and I'm like, hey, the new link's there. But yeah, I always put that in my community tab. So there,
Called out.
Boom.
Saber's not here, so yeah, go lap at him. Yell at him. I was gonna say go laugh at him, but yeah, laugh at him too. Yeah.
I mean, either one, like, right?
Editman saying, hero only. Thoughts on fighting games being dumbed down to cater to casuals? It's something I heard pros complain about with their newer fighting games.
Honestly, it doesn't matter how much you dumb down your fighting game because people are gonna practice it and they're gonna practice the movement mechanics that their fighting game does have to offer, and they're gonna be better than people that don't practice. It doesn't really matter how dumbed down the execution of the game or the mechanics are, because what's important about fighting games is the mind games that you play against your opponent and the decisions that you make against your opponent. So unless the game is like actually bad, a fighting game is still gonna have that. Like I get what they're saying. The execution nuts out there, they're mad because they want to do their hard combos and they don't want the people who don't practice combos for like hella hours to be able to do their combos. But like, I don't think that actually matters because the heart and spirit of the fighting game is like playing the mind games and the decisions that you make. And what's also stupid about that, actually, sorry, I'm getting into this. What's actually stupid about like the execution nuts is that like, I get it. Like to do like a dragon punch or something, you don't have to do like a Z motion and I hit a button. Like you don't have to do that really that much anymore. Usually like DPs are just like 2 buttons now, and they're like, that's so easy or whatever. But like combos are always going to be there's always going to be hard combos because there's always going to be combos that like the devs didn't intend for you to do or they didn't think about, but they're like really tight, like 2 or 3 frame timings. So like combos are always gonna be hard, and you can always have something to be better at than somebody who doesn't practice. So like, I don't really care that games are being dumbed down because they're just the same. They're still the same. They're just less like move the joystick all over the place. Anyway, there you go.
Next thing, from Ellie Song saying, I want to tell Saber that SaberSock64 channel is off to an amazing start. Looking forward to seeing more content from that channel in the future.
I'm back. I heard that. Thank you.
Yeah, congrats on the launch.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, and another chat was from Ediman about like doing a video on SNK and how they like rose and fell. And then like what they're doing now. Which would be an interesting topic to go over. Editman also has another one. Saber, are you trying to say something?
Yeah, I said who's SNK?
Oh.
You're a gaming channel now. You need to know this.
No. Tom is more of the gaming side. Like, yes.
He was like, who? Right before you went on, and that was really funny. They made a lot of games for the Neo Geo.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Editman, asking thoughts on Black Widow's script being written in 11 days.
Yeah.
It was what?
Here's the thing. A lot of script writers, so you'll see like people talk about, I spent years writing this script. A lot of screenwriters and some of the best movies you've seen out there, probably some of your favorites, have been written in a few days. If you're really into your work like that, and a lot of people just want to go in a succession and just continuously get it out, they'll binge and write it in 3 days and write a movie script. So to me, when I hear that, doesn't really, I mean, not that the movie was a masterpiece or anything, but hearing that it's 11 days doesn't surprise me anymore.
Right.
Like those numbers. So there's a little bit of a, that misconception out there, like, it was only written that fast.
Dang.
From Enigma Prince, asking, how do you think the N64 and Sega Classic games will be treated in Nintendo's new subscription service as in drop rates and actual content? Like, how often will they come out? I have no idea. I just hope not as slow as like the Nintendo Super Nintendo stuff was. Because at first, like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this like every month, and like, no, every other month, whatever. So, and they're still gonna be adding stuff to like the NES and Super Nintendo stuff as well. But hopefully, like, you know, F-Zero X comes out and sooner. You know, like Paper Mario, so people can play that.
Yeah.
I'm just glad like Sin and Punishment is there at the beginning. That's really cool. But yeah, and Mario Kart 64 and Star Fox 64, so like people can play that online.
Play those online, yeah.
That's gonna be crazy.
Editman, as in characters you wanted to like, but hate how they were written. For me, it's Kefla and Kale from DB Super, especially for being female Super Saiyans. They were wasted in the Tournament of Power.
Super is just a made-up bedtime story. Vegeta's.
I looked right at you. I was looking at every single facial gesture.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. It's just like
I saw you do like just a little like eyebrow roll, and you're just like, alright.
Yeah, you know, like honestly, like Super is a made up. Ever since they introduced that fucking ultra ego transformation that Vegeta's doing now, it's just like
Ultra ego. Yeah.
It's
Come
just
on, man.
it's a made up bedtime story. Gohan is telling Pan and Vegeta's telling Bulla and whatever. Yeah, that's all I think. But like a character I wanted to like Rainbow Dash. Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Just kept going down the hill. Like,
I mean, there are times I liked her. There are times I didn't. That's also.
Freaking, I'm sure there's one. I just can't think of who it is right now.
I mean, there's a lot of characters like I wanted to like initially, and then I didn't. I mean, like I need to go back and watch it. Like I remember for Wander Over Yonder, like Wander himself, I was just like, I can watch this fucking show. Yeah, and then like I went back.
I couldn't stand him. I trust you and Sarah that it's a good show, but
yeah, it's a good show.
Just drove me crazy, man.
Yeah. From Edaman here, favorite and least favorite Disney live action films instead of the modern remakes. There's surprisingly a lot of Disney live action films. So not including the remakes.
That's not including the remakes, yeah.
Earth to Echo. Earth to Echo is a Disney live action film. I hated that movie.
Disney produced that one?
Yeah.
Earth to Echo?
I thought that was
is that the robot one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I remember that movie.
At least they distributed it, I think.
It's Relativity. Who owns Relativity?
Because I remember seeing like a Disney logo, or do I just have a Mandela effect right now? Distributed. Oh yeah, so I guess it wasn't Disney. Weird. I don't know.
It looks very Disney.
It does look very Disney. Like even like the logo of it looks Disney. But if not that, Tomorrowland, that was so disappointing.
Yeah, Tomorrowland wasn't. It was a very weird movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tomorrowland was about.
I'm trying to think of like some older stuff. Like some older.
Yeah, there's a lot of Disney Channel original stuff. There's some.
Oh, can we do the DComs?
DComs, yeah.
Max Keeble is my favorite. I made a video on it.
DCom, yeah.
Max Keeble's not a DCom though, but
yeah, that
went to theaters, but you know it was so like a DCom movie that I'm surprised it went to theaters.
Right.
I like Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. I just like that movie.
Smart House.
There's like
Smart House is one of my favorites.
It's a favorite and least favorite.
Do I like Pixel Perfect or Xenon more? Yikes!
Stuck in the Suburbs. Hello.
Yeah,
there is that fucking Boogeyman movie, but that doesn't hold up that well. But
once we thought of DComs, we're like, all right, so here's all my DComs that I like.
DComs. All the fucking decoms.
I got a list.
Can I say Mary Poppins? I mean, this is like hybrid, but like, yeah, Mary Poppins, like, it's mostly live action. Yeah.
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 Wait, Remember the Titans counts?
Remember the Titans? That's a really good movie.
Yeah, it was distributed by Disney.
So can I say Remember the Titans? Because if I can say that, then obviously, like, never mind, like, the other ones. Remember the Titans is a very good movie.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Go to the next question here. From Editman saying, well, these VAs could surprise us. How like Ben Affleck surprised us by playing Batman when before people he thought he was a weird choice. For like the Mario
so
cast.
It's a little different.
Yeah. It's a little different.
That's like still playing a role.
Yeah, and also Batman has had like multiple iterations.
Yeah.
Mario's really only had the one, except for like when he was like still like molding
that live action TV show, and
when he was like still molding what Mario was for like that first few years. He was a thing,
right?
And then like around like 96 when he was like first voiced in Super Mario 64, I was like, oh, that's Mario now. Like for like the next 20 years.
It's a me.
Yes, it's a me.
It's a me, Chris Pratt.
Has Mario ever had like a full conversation? Like, has there ever like been a thing like with Charles Martinet's?
Charles Martinet has like done that before, like in like
he did
like, booth
at
interactions.
an E3.
Yeah,
was that E3 or was that like a different event?
Yeah, it was like some kind of event where like they did this like a VTuber type thing.
Yeah,
where
you could talk to Mario.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they tracked him and everything, and it was doing like the intro card to 64, but it was talking to all.
Yeah,
of them.
that's cool. That's awesome.
It was really cool. Very innovative for the time for promoting the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Then we got a few super chats from Kellen Sproul here. Let me scroll up, because if it's $1, it doesn't connect with the super chat. But saying like I have to atone for my sins for saying here a sauce sheep on the SPP podcast without knowing the connotations.
No, I loved it. It was great.
But yeah, there's a few here. Thoughts on Agretzko season 4? I forgot to put that trailer in the thing. Or the announcement for that. I mean, but
Is there also that show called Inside Job on Netflix by the people?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Inside Job.
My brain fried.
But yeah, Agretzko season 4. I'm excited to see what they do. And then the other question was, if you could be skilled at any type of art medium, what would you choose?
Marshall. Bam, bam, bam.
Just music, like
culinary.
I would like to be a
better cook.
If I could be like skilled, I mean, I can already draw kinda, but I wish I was a lot more skilled at it.
There's a lot of
because I have like a lot of ideas for like different like characters and comics I could draw. So
porn and
porn too.
I mean, like honestly, there's like a lot of things where it's just like I feel like I'm adept at, but I could be skilled at. But it's sort of like I always bring this comparison up because it like is so good. It's like freaking 625 from a Lilo and Stitch show, because 625 Ruben was the one who always made sandwiches, but he has literally every single power of Stitch 626, but he's just too lazy to use them, and so he's just like, yeah, I don't fucking feel like using them. But then like when he finally does use them, it's like, oh fuck, you're just as strong as Stitch. He's like, yeah, let's do this shit. And so it's just like there's so many things like that where I'm just like,
an anime character, what? Like that's such an anime character.
He's so lazy. Ruben.
And then the last one from Kellen was, what consoles would you recommend getting for someone looking to get into gaming? A Switch.
I guess the Switch.
Yeah, like just get like a Switch Lite or something. Because there's all like so much on it.
Right.
And also it's like the least expensive. And you can actually find them. So
there's a lot of reasons why actually.
Yeah.
Switch is fun. All you need is Mario Kart and Zelda, and you're good for hours.
Days.
And 1-2 Switch. Great
Yes.
game. Highly recommend.
All right, we'll go on for like 10 minutes here, and then we'll and so link it to some of the Twitter questions here, and you guys can look on Twitter as well if you see any interesting questions you want to answer.
Yeah.
But there's first a couple from Disco Elwood saying, did you see the custom action figures of Mother Brain and Ripley? I think it means Ridley. By unless it's Ripley from Alien.
I wish.
Yeah, by Craig Warwick on YouTube. I haven't. I'll have to check that out. And also a question, have you seen this anime called Isekai Quartet? I have. I've seen the first season, because like I watched all of the different animes that it's a part of. So I've only seen the first season, though.
I have not seen Tanya, so I cannot watch it.
Yeah, I watched through Tanya specifically so I could watch it.
So that you can watch it. Seems like that's what a lot of people are doing. Like, I watched the other day, I had to watch Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya's fun, though. I like it.
Hmm.
You guys got any questions? I'm just scrolling up.
No.
Let me see. Did anyone send us?
Oh yeah, there was another one from Disco Elwood. It says, did you see the One Punch Man directed? One Punch Man like short
Yes.
directed?
Yeah,
by,
that was awesome.
Mangaka.
That was pretty good. That was pretty awesome. It's just like fucking keep that energy for season 3. Fucking yes.
I see one here from Enigma. Since the iCarly reboot went along all right, what Cartoon Network and/or Disney live-action show do you think needs a reworked reboot or sequel, as well as what its new plot would be?
A live action, like
Yeah, like what live-action show should come back and do like what iCarly did, you know?
Well,
potentially.
none of the
I was gonna say
Cartoon Network
Reagan,
shows
but-
because like all of that and See Unreal was kind of like, yeah, this isn't good.
Yeah.
it's Cartoon
Yeah.
Network for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live action Keenan and Kel will be cool, but like
No,
Keenan-
Disney.
Disney or
Disney?
Cartoon Network, so basically Disney.
Disney. I mean, like they already tried like Girl Meets World or some shit like that, and then
That is
they
nice.
did Raven's Home
What's
too.
weird is it's not even their show. Isn't that an ABC show, Boy Meets World?
Well, Disney owns ABC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course they do.
They own
I'm
everything.
serious.
They own
I
Fox
forgot.
now. They own everything. I
How
don't
could
know.
I forget?
There's a few. You know, for some reason, I just never felt satisfied with the end of Phil of the Future. I want Phil
Woo!
I want to go to Phil's future and see what that future is. More Phil of the Future. Let's bring it back.
Okay.
I feel like Lizzie McGuire doesn't need to come back.
Didn't it end in the movie?
Did they have a movie? Or-
Yeah, they had a movie. She had like a
Okay.
twin, and then she finally got with that guy.
She got with Gordo?
Yeah, she finally got with him.
Did she go to?
Interesting.
She went to Rome?
Yeah, it was Rome, and then she met her
Oh.
clone, and then she finally got with Gordo, and it was like, oh, finally. And then,
Wait, she met her clone? We need to talk about this? What
No,
is
no,
what is
she's
that
like-
about?
okay, basically, they did that whole like Prince and the
Prince and
Pauper
the Pauper
deal.
type thing.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
they're like,
Okay.
yeah, there's like a rich version and a not so rich version. Let's switch places so we can see each other's lives, and then that's what happens in the movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. What
Alright.
other live action shows were there?
Um,
Because Raven already got Raven's Home.
Raven's
but that
Home,
doesn't even
yeah.
mean anything.
Live action Disney shows that I like. Because it's like, I mean, Sweet
Other than-
Life was fun.
Yeah,
Sweet Life
yeah.
would be interesting to
Probably
see them
Sweet
as
Life,
adults.
yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because
I think
the other
that'd be the
one-
most interesting.
Because the other one is Even Stevens. We don't need that. we don't
Yeah.
need that.
Especially with
Um,
Elijah's crazy ass. Yeah.
let's see.
Yeah, probably Sweet Life.
Nathaniel Foga asking, with the recent news about the Mario movie, what are games you guys love to turn into turned into films?
Mario.
Alright, Wario, Danny
Good
DeVito,
Mario.
Wario.
Wario.
I'm still surprised that
Freshman.
I'm still surprised that they never went forward with the Halo movie, though they're going to be doing the show. So,
Yeah.
but I think video games just work better as shows.
Yeah.
From what we've seen with like The Witcher and the Castlevania series.
Castlevania.
So yeah,
Man.
And we'll see with like Last of Us and a Twisted Metal show
yeah.
that's
Mhm.
coming
That-
out.
that's kinda
so weird to
Yeah.
me. That's just a weird choice. Who did
That's
they just
odd.
cast in that?
Who's gonna be Sweet Tooth?
Oh, I have
Yeah,
no idea.
what-
They
yeah,
only
what's the guy
announced
who's-
one
who was
person
cast
for
in
the
it?
casting.
I forgot who was cast.
I think what was it? Anthony Mackie who was casting it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was like a weird announcement. I was like, in this, okay, sure, whatever this TV show of Twisted Metal is going to be, why not?
Here we go. So I brought it up before, but again, unfortunately, legitimately one of the best stories that I've read in a video game is Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers, but it's locked behind not only an MMO, which lots of people don't drive with, but it's also the third expansion. So you have to go through 4 stories to actually get there. And ain't nobody got time for that. So it's just making a show. It's that's a bummer too. I'm just like, if anyone ever does get there, let me know so I can geek out with you. But no one's got.
I was talking about this question with Jordan before we went live, saying, do you guys think The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, and South Park will come to an end this decade, or do you think any of these shows have a realistic shot at making it to the 2030s?
Hey, did you see that whole thing they were doing with South Park where they got like renewed?
Yeah, they're doing a bunch of different movies and stuff that they're doing.
You ever see something like that and just makes you tired for it? It's
That's how I felt when we renewed Rick and Morty for 8 seasons. Like, what?
It takes you 9 years to make 1 season.
Yeah, seriously.
And then you have this whole side campaign about a sauce that gets everyone riled up, and then we don't even get the show. Like, I don't know. This stuff is interesting. I think that South Park, it feels like, Matt and Trey, I think they've even are on the record before saying they were trying to self-sabotage the show like several seasons ago just so it would end already. But people just kept watching it, and so they just kept paying for renewing the season. So they just said, fine, we'll take the money and we'll make more. And I think that's how it is with until the money dries up or
the voice actors die.
Yeah, that's the only 2 ways. Like shows like that, Family Guy, like that, they're just gonna keep going until no one watches or a voice actor passes.
It's so weird though, because it's just like I know. I mean, I don't know how they're of course very wealthy and well off and stuff like that. But it's just like, okay, so we are just gonna keep making the show, and it's just like we're just gonna keep getting so much money from the show and stuff like that. And it's just like at a point when you're like that rich, it's just like, dude, do you really want to keep doing? I mean, you got more than enough, like for you got more than enough berries for the winter time for it to say. So it's just like you don't need this keep going with this if you don't want to. Because wasn't there a season where he was pretty much like, oh yeah, this is Randy going here doing this whole thing, and it was kind of like a euphemism for I kind of don't want to be in South Park anymore, so that's why I'm doing this entire thing, so let's move on or something like that. So it's just
and I think even let's say they stepped away from doing it, they would still keep the show going without them until people would be like, oh, it's not as good or something, and then they would there's probably be that. I think that's the only other way out, is that the creators would probably step away only if the rights would go, if they, they would keep it and move on with different showrunners or, the only problem with that is their voices too. Yeah, so that's the only issue.
They're more than half the cast.
It's just like Family Guy. If Seth MacFarlane was gone, you lose 18 characters.
Right.
Let's see. Waddle said you're missing on the topic. There is a new series on Netflix. The Inside Job series. You just read that one. Okay. Ozzy all asking, hey, have you or are you considering playing Deltarune Chapter 2 since everybody has been playing? I've played it. It's great. I'm gonna say anything. I just say that as far as Deltarune goes, I think I like this better than Undertale, from what I've played, from both Chapter 1 and 2. I really like what Toby Fox is doing with this game. So
nice.
Cool. Then last thing from Kevin saying, do you think that there will be as many emotional moments in the new series, the new MLP series, that'll make people cry in G5 like a few of you did with The Perfect Pair or The Last Problem? And 2, do you think that the villains in G5 will be as memorable as the ones from G4?
What if they have just an episode of all the original ponies just passing on, but it's done tastefully? Like that would just be
I'm like, but why?
I remember.
Why?
You have like a POS is like, yeah, I remember when I was young and I used to do that. So you have a good day. And then she's just like, so shit like that. And then like all of them just, they do it in that way, that cartoon way where it's off screen, but like, you know what happens? Like the light goes off. So like that's, damn, I made myself sad now.
Because what was it? Henry Beavens was mentioning like if this is tied to G4, then why like that means that 2 Earth ponies can give birth to a child that is like a Pegasus or a unicorn, and since there's like
there's this theory going around that like Sunny's mother was actually a unicorn.
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
because like we don't see her mom.
Right. Yeah, but like if that's the case, I imagine at least somebody would like disown their child, right? And then maybe feel bad about it later, like how grandparent felt bad about what he did later and came back or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they feel bad about disowning their child, and they like reunite at some point, and that's a whole fucking thing,
there's a lot of different like stories I explore, but like about how like with the Pegasi with like Pip and Zip like coming back to Zephyr Heights, and then everybody's like, oh yeah, we all hate you now, like go,
right.
Yeah, you're not the rulers anymore. Go away.
Right.
So,
monarchy is abolished.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'd be very interesting to see what different stories they can explore for the show.
Right.
But yeah,
dead parents already on the table. Let's go.
Yeah, dead parents already on the table.
Right.
From minute like 10.
Yeah. All right, so that's all we have for the podcast. Next episode will be on the 11th. Oh, that's Saber's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Saber, you there?
Happy birthday there, bud. Hey, ma'am.
I don't think Saber's there.
How you doing there, buddy?
Yeah, it's his birthday soon, so he is.
Yeah. It is his birthday in 2 weeks.
So some 35. Some 35.
I'm 35, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like, Hero, your birthday is like next Thursday, so.
Is that what day it is? Like actually?
Yeah, October 7th.
Your birthday.
Yeah,
happy early birthday.
Thank you. He knows it before I do, apparently.
Yeah, and my dad's birthday is on the 10th.
Yes. Everything is in October.
Yeah, everything. And then like because what we're talking about, like Metroid Dread comes out, and then like Addams Family 2 and Helltoll Transylvania 4 come out on the
Carnage
on the same day. Oh wait, that comes out too. Damn.
Carnage comes out October 1st.
Yeah,
oh damn! All three of those movies the same day.
I guess
there are more things happening in like every day of the first half of October than not. Like any given day, there's a chance something is happening.
Right. It's insane. It's just like, oh wow, every day something happens.
Why is October like this every year?
Oh, I just realized I scheduled eye surgery for the exact day Dune hits theaters. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go see a Thursday night showing then. Yeah, I'm getting LASIK done, so I won't be able to watch it after the surgery anyway. So I have to wait.
How long ago was that? Like 2 years ago?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, you got
May of 2018. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because you got it before going to MomoCon, right?
Yeah.
Right. I remember, like, it was like weird because it was like, oh my god, I'm so not used to Hero with glasses, but then we got over that fast.
Yeah, if I put on glasses, you'd be like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. I was like, what? And like, it took me like a day to adjust.
Ryan just said Hotel Transylvania 4 got delayed, so it's not out this week. So when does it come out then?
So it's just Addams Family.
Yeah, it's just Addams Family too. I guess I'll do a video on that then.
Nice.
But yeah, so we'll see you on October 11th, and hope you'll have a good October in the spooky season. So see ya, everybody.